Center.
In an emotional win, the Dallas Cowboys beat the Las Vegas Raiders 33-16 behind Dak Prescott's 4 touchdown passes. New defensive tackle Quinnen Williams added a sack and a half in the win. Tough news for the San Antonio Spurs as they return to action tonight against the Grizzlies. Victor Wembanyama, after a MRI, was diagnosed with a calf strain. He'll be out for weeks, according to ESPN NBA insider Shams Charania. The Grizzlies will be without Ja Morant, who is also dealing with a, quote, calf strain. If you're looking for something to do this morning, the UTSA Roadrunners hit the court to take on Southwestern Christian at the Convocation Center. The tip will be 11 o'clock a.m. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Good morning, everybody. How we doing? It's the Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. I'm your old pal AJ. Look over here to my left. Look at this guy. Look at this guy.
I'm here, Mike's on.
It is Mr. Robert Thompson. Good morning, fine sir. Good morning.
It's a Tuesday. You're heavily caffeinated.
No.
Heavily medicated?
No. I'm underslept, underrested. That's the worst thing. Yeah, I went and watched the Cowboys game while I played poker last night. And I was like, oh, well, it's one of these tournaments that, you know, they call it a freeze out, which means you can't rebuy, and like, you know, once you're out, you're out. And I was like, oh, how late could it go? Well, got wrapped up around, I don't know, 12:40, which isn't ideal when your alarm goes off at, you know.
Anybody who's listening knows. Trust me.
Yeah.
Anybody
who's listening right now
very
knows.
aware.
Although I don't know if everybody, like some people probably woke up 15 minutes ago, and that, can you imagine how cool that would be if our alarms went off at 5:45 every day?
Well, no.
That would be awesome, right?
Well,
you would consider that sleeping.
Anytime, but
you'd be sleeping in.
Yeah, but I would be unemployed, or at least not working here.
Or you just take a day off,
and I will on Thursday.
On Thursday, you'll sleep past 5:45.
Oh,
probably.
I sleep nearly to noon on those days.
Oh man. You just wait till it's just me sitting here by myself.
No, you wake up and you're like, oh, I can go back to bed, and that's the best sleep in the world. When you realize there's no need to get up.
No.
You wake up and you're like, oh, I'll just ease back in.
On those days, Rob wakes up and he says, man, I could go in right now and help AJ entertain the masses, but
No.
Not feeling it, man.
No, not on Thursdays. Not till the end of the year. Not till 2026.
That's it, huh?
Mm-hmm. And, then all the vacation days roll over, and I lose them.
Oh, they don't roll over.
No, they don't roll over. That's what I'm saying. I lose them. So,
oh no,
I'm gonna leave a couple weeks on the bank.
Well, I guess I better figure something out. Yeah. Well, I mean, you know what that says, Rob? That says you love working with me. A lot of people do, but you really love it.
That's it.
Thank you.
Or I've been told if you're not here, this thing could get out of hand. You better come here and play rodeo clown.
I enjoy working with you too, Rob. That's how That's what I mean. It's the only thing it could possibly mean. It's the only thing.
This thing down to the ground.
That's right. Hey, what a show last night. What a show! Suck the hole, Raiders. You're not even on the level.
Boy, it started shaky. Started shaky. The nerves were popping early.
Neither of these teams did anything to dissuade my opinion that these are two bad football teams. I can tell you that much.
The defenses are. No, I'm going to take that back. I think there's a light at the end of the tunnel for the Cowboys. There is improvement imminent, but it's not going to be. It's too little, too late.
Oh, Rob, that.
I know what they went against last night, but you can see.
I know, but that was the last game on the schedule against the Raiders.
But the good news is that they do have 6 fresh bodies. And at the very least, we saw significant improvement with those 6 fresh bodies against a bad team.
Yeah.
But those 6 bodies, you could tell, were greatly missed.
Yeah. I will say, when I knew, I can't imagine being a Raiders fan. What a miserable life that would be. But when Max Crosby got that sack and the strip sack on Dak, like it was the second possession.
Yeah, that was we thought, oh man, here we go.
And it turned into a field goal, and it was like 5 yards. It's like, dude,
there's so many questions about
you guys
this
are
team.
so dead.
Who's that wide receiver that wears number 1? Some dude I never heard of. Isn't wearing number 1 kind of like an honor? If you get to wear number 1 as the wide receiver, doesn't that kind of signify like that you're the dude? This guy isn't the dude.
Trey Tucker.
Yeah, Trent Tucker.
Trey Tucker. Well,
Trey Tucker.
Yeah, Trey Tucker is like Rob. This is what you don't understand. Trey Tucker is the wide receiver 1 for the Las Vegas Raiders.
So that tells me either 1, you are overestimating yourself, or 2, that's all they got, and he truly is the best they got.
Like,
so
just keep in mind who wears number 1 for the Cowboys. Jalen Tolbert, number 1,
and that's overestimating yourself. And I was like, it's one or the other, because you're not good enough to justify that kind of show me number. Yeah. Like DeMar being overshown, you better be good. Yeah. You wear 0 or 0, whatever, you better play to that number. And number 1, the very first catch, I thought, no, they're not any good. I know they're not good. I didn't know they were this bad. So there's that. And then I don't understand anything about their play calling at all. I don't get what they call, when they call it. I don't know if it's Geno checking out. That is the strangest offensive scheme I've ever seen.
I think it's possible that Pete Carroll just wakes up and eats his cream of wheat in the morning, and then we're
gonna gut this. I'm just gonna go by the back of my seat of my pants. I'm gonna just will this way through.
He just says, I've been doing this a long time. It'll work itself out.
That's kind of how it goes. Geno just kind of drops back, and I'm like, I don't know if was this a designed run that you decided to throw, or was this a designed pass where you decided to run? I can't figure out what you're doing.
They are truly atrocious. Listen, good win for the Cowboys.
Yeah,
I don't want to take anything. I mean, I say I don't want to take anything away from them, but the Raiders are Jets level.
I started getting the bile out. The good news is I think the Cowboys found themselves a little bit of heart over the last 10 days. And I do think that the benching, and we'll talk about that.
Did you think
that's nothing.
At the end of the first quarter, did you go, oh my God? Like, you as a Cowboy fan, did your Cowboy fan brain go, we might lose to the Raiders?
No, I never really thought that. No, it wasn't that. I saw how inept the Raiders were. Okay. Like you said, when they had to settle right there when they're on the 7-yard line. Well, the Cowboys did the same thing late in the fourth. I mean, what the hell was that?
Yeah, but the game was out of hand.
Yeah, I know, but you're kind of like, but they wanted to. Yeah. You know what I mean? You failed. But I never had any doubt. That wasn't like the Aggie game where I was stalking, like I'm canceling checks kind of stuff.
Right.
This was kind of like, man, eventually they're going to wake up. It might not be pretty. We're going to beat this sorry-ass team. Because Geno, like I said, I don't understand your offense. And Genty's a talent. He really is. He's a talent that is just being sacrificed to a terrible offensive line in a scheme that they can't figure out what they want to do. So he's lost. Bowers is a player. Crosby, obviously. And even the Cowboys let that sorry-ass defense get to him a couple times, even though, Dak set a record for Monday night and Cowboys all kinds of crap. It wasn't a glorious whipping. It was an inept Raiders team.
Ashton Genty, 6 carries, 7 yards.
That poor dude.
6-7.
Oh, dude.
Right, Edwin?
Sure.
What do the kids say?
What you just said.
Say it, Edwin.
No.
We're killing
not
it.
cool
The
enough.
more we say it, the more we kill it. It's like
That's
vampires.
right.
So
guys like us say it.
The more we're
do it,
talking
Rob.
about
Do it. Do it.
6-7.
Oh,
yeah.
no, you got to do it. You got to do it. 6-7.
Do your boys do that?
Yeah, of course.
So they do. Okay. I don't have anybody at home, so I didn't know what the cutoff age was.
They do it until my wife says, stop.
Oh, okay. So it's that often.
No. It was for a little while.
Was it really?
They've now,
learned. My wife as a teacher, by the time she gets home, it's heard it enough. But I didn't know what is the cutoff age at 7th grade?
My younger son he's kind of over it.
Yeah, okay.
But my older son will do it only to troll my wife.
So that's the next thing that comes.
And he he only does it now if someone accidentally says it. Like,
And that might not ever go away.
Like if he's watching the game last night and they go, Brock Bowers with the catch. That's 6-7 yards on that catch. And Jake will, 6-7 yards. Oh,
I bet that doesn't ever go away.
oh God, it's so sad.
It'll be recycled forever.
It's so sad.
Well,
I don't want that life.
what's that?
That went away eventually.
But it's
But you know what?
back.
There was a time where we thought that would never, ever, ever go away.
That one.
So you know what? Maybe there is hope that it goes
but
away.
it will live in lore. It'll live in
Because I don't
lore.
remember the last time someone went,
Martin Lawrence.
But in the day, you're like, if that doesn't stop soon, I'm gonna
oh
have
my
to
God.
punch somebody.
Yeah.
Martin Lawrence probably is the last person to say that.
I mean,
was that the era? No, it was a Bud Light commercial.
it
wasn't
was, yeah.
It was also in the Martin Lawrence show.
Yeah.
Edwin, please don't explain black culture to me.
Or that. It's not so much
Everyone
black
loves
culture.
Martin Lawrence.
It's just
That's a
don't-
generational thing.
Don't
dude.
explain black culture
So
to
Everyone
me,
loves
okay?
Martin Lawrence.
So
All
that
right.
was what, 90s?
Yeah.
How old were you?
He didn't exist.
No, I watched the replay.
Oh,
the
the
reruns.
rerun.
Yeah, you didn't watch Martin.
You didn't.
And
get-
don't say the Martin Lawrence show. It's just called
Martin.
Lawrence.
With
It's just called
Shanae.
Martin. All right, everybody knew who Martin was.
What?
Did you know Shanae?
Yes.
We all knew a Shanae.
Yes. Everyone. I mean, a lot of us know Shanae intimately, even maybe.
I'm just saying, we all know a Shanae.
Like Rob
And that-
says, we all have our El Wapos.
We do.
That's
Everybody's got a Shanae in their closet.
That's right.
Every one of us.
All right. Not all of us. Some of us don't have that.
It's not a black or white thing. It's a Shanae. And you know what I'm talking about.
All right. We'll get in. We're going to dig deep into this Cowboys game today. So if you're not concerned about the Cowboys, then you know. Well, you know what? We'll also dig deep into the catastrophic injury of Victor Wembanyama, which.
Boy, if we're going to treat every calf strain from now on with a month off, we're going to have to really evaluate what the hell. We're going to have to reevaluate a lot of things as far as load management.
Yes.
because, my gosh.
Achilles Wembanyama is in.
I mean, seriously, I know that there is certainly correlation.
Yeah.
But we're not, even some doctors, and we'll have Dr. Garrett tomorrow, there's still not a causation. We just know it correlates. But and I'm all for, don't get me wrong, Wemby, go away as long as you need. I'm not saying anything, but if it's a month off with a calf strain, whoa, boy, the minutes lost due to this.
Dr. Garrett last week came on Thursday to help me out because
of Dylan.
My co-host bailed on me. So last Thursday it was like, it'd be great. Actually, we forgot to call Dr. Garrett last week, and he moved to Thursday instead. And he said, I'm not sure there's enough track record to say that they're completely related. It might just be coincidence. But then as soon as it's a guy that matters to you, all of a sudden it's like, oh no.
Well, ask the Pacers training staff if they'd have done anything different. They go, absolutely. We'd have put him in a boot and he wouldn't have been playing.
As they sit at 1 in a million.
Yeah. So, and that's
no,
what's troubling to me. And I certainly don't want to be the dude that says get to work. But come on.
Well, Rob, also like when he came back, when Halliburton rushed back, and when KD rushed back, they were trying to make things happen in the playoffs.
Truth.
And it was like maybe they came back too soon. You could forget about Wemby coming back too soon.
Oh, that's it.
Like,
no, and again.
I mean, if the Spurs lose 9 games in a row and Wemby isn't 110%, they'll lose a 10th game in a row because they ain't going to rush him back. And that's the right way to handle it. It is.
I'm not mad at it, but I think that at some point, we need to come up with a standard practice. You know, let's not be so guessworthy because I think that we're losing valuable time. in a lot of ways. Players only have so many years on this earth to play. And, there's the clock is all those little things add up. And I'm just saying, to take a month off every time you get a little limp, because the calf strains have existed for a long time, and we weren't blowing Achilles out all the time. So you know what I'm saying? So I've been around the planet enough to go, yeah, I've seen this before, and I don't remember a bunch of Achilles getting ruptured.
Yeah.
I don't know what suddenly changed. Maybe we should look at some other stuff.
Well, we'll talk about that as well. We'll hear some sound from Coach Shoddy. So much to discuss, and there'll be Everclear. It's the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. As you head into your early morning commute, we do have an accident northeast side right at the intersection of O'Connor at Wurzbach Parkway. On 35 southbound Thousand Oaks on down to Randolph Boulevard, now a 30-minute commute. This is due to road work, so it's got the roadway reduced to one lane, stop and go from Judson Road. Downtown I-10 eastbound, the off-ramp to southbound 35, the connector is partially blocked with road work, and 35 upper level northbound I-10 to McCullough, 2 right lanes closed. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star and AARP Texas are sending Cowboy fans to Jerry World to see America's team play all season long. How do you get in on the action? Head to sasportstar.com now and register to win. sasportstar.com. Live it up with the boys in the Big D from AARP Texas and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
Progressive knows you've got enough to worry about in life.
Hi, it's your life again. Feel like another year is just slipping away? Yeah, remember all those New Year's resolutions you made? You still haven't finished the first book. Just 19 more to go. I mean, if we're being honest, it wasn't a very realistic goal. Have you ever considered that you intentionally self-sabotage? So, what's that about?
So, let Progressive protect your home and auto, because you've got enough to worry about. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
This report is sponsored by Macy's Backstage. Macy's Backstage is a whole department inside your Macy's store where you can find so many holiday essentials, all for under $25. With new arrivals every day, you never know what amazing deals you'll find. Don't wait. Find a location at Macy'sBackstage.com.
By texting 24700, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from J. Crew Factory. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at jcrew.com.
At J. Crew Factory, we think shopping should be fun, really fun, as in scoring our exclusive collection of classic styles for the whole family at prices that can't be beat. And today, save even more. Just text GIFTING to 24700 to receive an extra $25 off your purchase of $75 or more at your nearest J. Crew Factory store. This holiday season, discover perfect presents for you and your crew. Shop cozy matching pajamas, toasty sweaters, amazing outerwear, festive accessories, and so much more. Get in the spirit at J. Crew Factory, where we have incredible deals every single day. Visit jcrewfactory.com to find your nearest San Antonio area store today. But first, get an extra $25 off your purchase of $75 or more when you text GIFTING to 24700. Text GIFTING to 24700 to get your $25 off coupon. That's GIFTING to 24700. See a store associate for details.
This holiday season, Target has your back with irresistibly cool gifts for everyone on your list. For the trendsetter, start with affordable beauty kits and gift sets. Need something the whole fam will love? Grab snuggly matching fits in every size and style. And for the thrill seekers, don't forget the hottest toys and tech of the season. Target's got you covered with the best deals for endless fun. Shop in store or online. And step into the holidays with Target. Restrictions apply.
The holidays mean more travel, more shopping, more time online, and more personal info in more places that could expose you more to identity theft. But LifeLock monitors millions of data points per second. If your identity is stolen, our US-based restoration specialists will fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Don't face drained accounts, fraudulent loans, or financial losses alone. Get more holiday fun and less holiday worry with LifeLock. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS. Visit lifelock.com. Terms apply.
Here for the Lowe's early Black Friday deals? You're right on time for some of our biggest savings. We're talking up to 50% off select major appliances, plus up to an extra 25% off when you bundle select major appliances. Holiday lights going up soon? Select ladders are up to 50% off right now. Get Black Friday prices without the Black Friday crowds. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 11/19. Selection varies by location. Select locations only. While supplies last. See Lowe's.com for more details.
With the new IHOP value menu, $6 is all it takes to go to your happy plates, where stacks of pancakes with bacon and eggs are just $6 every day. French toast, sausage, and eggs are, you guessed it, $6. And fluffy omelets come with a side of pancakes and only cost $6. Go to your happy plates every day at IHOP. $7 in some locations. Available every day for a limited time at participating restaurants in the U.S. Hours may vary. No substitutions. Not valid with other discounts or promotions. Prices may vary.
Your ambition just met its match with Robinhood. Trade stocks and ETFs, options, futures, and crypto all on one platform. Get started today at Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Your money, your move. All investments involve risk, including loss of principal. Options, futures, and crypto trading carry significant risk and may not suit all investors. Securities offered through Robinhood Financial LLC, member SIPC. Futures trading is offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, not FDIC or SIPC protected. Crypto offered through Robinhood Crypto LLC, NMLS ID 1702840, not FDIC or SIPC protected. Portfolio management offered by Robinhood Strategies, an SEC registered advisor.
Houston versus Buffalo on Thursday Night Football. And, of course, the Blitz will be at the best spot with our friends from Flight by Yingling. Pre-game with us at the Anchor Bar in 1604 near I-10 from 2 to 6. Then stick around and watch the game.
Flight will be on special, and you know they will have some great prizes, including those cool backpack coolers. That's this Thursday, the Blitz live at the Anchor Bar on 1604 at Military, leading up to Houston against Buffalo.
The NBA is here, guys. Fast breaks, buzzer beaters, block parties, it's all back. And it's all back with Underdog, the best place to get in on the action. Make your picks now. It's so simple at Underdog. You pick whether your favorite players will go higher or lower on their stats. Points, rebounds, steals, plenty more. The thing to do so far, Victor Wembanyama, my goodness, been maybe the MVP so far this season. I've been going higher on points plus rebounds. It's been money in the bank, guys. You get those picks right, you could win up to 5,000 times your cash. Download the app today. Use promo code ALAMO to score $100 in bonus entries when you play your first $5. That's promo code ALAMO, A-L-A-M-O. Underdog. Make picks, win money. Must be 18 or older and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org. Hello. AJ and Rob on a Tuesday. Boy, it feels like a Tuesday today.
As a Cowboy Aggie fan, I get one of those rare tandems.
Oh, you're feeling strong,
Doesn't
huh?
happen very often.
Oh,
That's
yes.
just a good day. There's a lot of us that feel that way. You woke up this morning and go, my team's won this weekend.
Yeah, I felt pretty good that the Bills won. Mostly because I was I've reached that point in the season where when they lose, I just say they suck. This is so stupid. And even when they win, I go, oh, they kind of suck. I've already lost my hope that there's what you would say that there's any there.
Far be it from me to reassure you, but you do have Superman as your quarterback.
I know that's literally the only hope. I mean, it is. It's like 10 homeless dudes and Josh Allen.
Well, I mean, there have been titles won with less.
Oh, all right. I was playing poker with a guy last night, and I was wearing a Bills hat. And he said, this sounds crazy. And I forget what team he said he was a fan of. It was some random NFC team. I think it was the Bears. And he said, I say this. He's like, I don't like saying it, but I'm going to say it. Josh Allen might be the best football player I've ever seen.
There are times when you see him running around, it's close.
I said, dude, if Josh Allen was the best football player you've ever seen, he'd have some sort of ring on his finger. Like the best football player in the world would do something like that.
There were people that never saw anything since Dan Marino sling it like that. So
But
it's
no
not
one,
unheard of.
No one who anyone says is the best player ever doesn't have a ring.
But there's a generation that'll say nobody ever threw it better than Dan Marino.
Yeah.
That he seriously was the best arm they'd ever seen.
Yeah.
So, it's not unprecedented. But sadly, with every click, with every year, it's going to get more and more difficult.
Stupid. Maybe he'll be John Elway, and
It could be.
when he's diminished, there will be some superhero running back show up and just.
And the sad part about that bit of story is that's more common than not, quite frankly, because you got to look at Peyton Manning too. I mean, you look at
Well,
those.
he already had a prime
he
win.
fell into one. Yeah, I'll give you that. But for the redemption story is always better.
Yeah,
we appreciate that.
I want
Kurt
it
Warner.
now. I want it now. All right. Yeah, that's what Josh Allen needs to do. He needs to go bag groceries for a little while and then come back and win a Super Bowl.
It's not unheard of. That's a path that has been taken that worked.
I think that
his path so far has not.
Exactly. He's trying to blaze this new trail.
Reinvent the wheel, son. Go bag some groceries.
Give me a break.
Get yourself an arena arena gig and work your way up.
Come play for the Gunslingers.
Earn it,
pal. As you watched that game last night, and you watched Geno Smith play football.
Oh man!
Did you at any point go, poor Raider fan?
I did. Well, there's a couple
He's so
reasons.
bad at
First of all, I feel bad for Raider fan because they never get a home game.
Oh, you're right.
They just not. It's such a destination thing, and of course,
the only time they get a
Cowboys.
home game is when they play the Chargers.
Truth, and that's basically, and even then, Charger fan hates Raider fan, and that's kind of neutral ground. They're safer going to the Vegas than they were going up to Alameda.
But the Charger fan doesn't really exist.
No,
like,
not
they're
really.
kind of a made up thing.
But if there are Charger fans, they show up when it's Raider weekend. So they don't get a home game, and that's their decision. I'm not mad at them, but there is that. So you never get crowd momentum, and half the crowd's against you no matter what. And then you combine that with a coach that I'm not sure why he's there. I don't know what it's like. Grandpa. I don't think anybody's upset or angry at the Raiders on the team. I think they realize they're kind of behind the eight ball, but gosh, you guys are awful. There's no, and I know that injuries have played a slight role in this, but not a huge role. They're not down a bunch of dudes. Their dudes just aren't very good.
Yeah, I have a lot of respect for Pete Carroll, but it's not going anywhere.
It's kind of like a substitute teacher, right? I mean, you're going to do just enough not to get in trouble.
And the other thing, like to your point about never having home field, like, I don't know, maybe try being good.
That would help, absolutely. And the thing is, I never believed it was even possible, AJ, for a Vegas team to have a home field. And the Knights proved, yes, you can, especially in a sport that is truly, kind of regional, and you kind of bring it with you like a football team. And you can drop it if you're good. If the Raiders got good, you can lose your fandom. You can put on another – because people in Vegas aren't from Vegas, and they certainly didn't arrive as Golden Knights fans.
No.
So you can bring them if you win.
But they're like, you've got to win, and they're never going to win. It is such a joke organization.
That is, for so many reasons, and for different reasons, a joke, much like the Cowboys, but the end result's much the same.
Yeah, and a lot of it is of their own doing.
Yes,
it's
much like the Cowboys.
I mean, so far you went from John Gruden, who got fired and shamed out of the job, and then you hire Josh McDaniels, who's known it was a known fact that he was not an NFL caliber head coach, and you hired him.
Yep.
And you're like, damn it,
well,
we blew it.
The true criminal here has never gotten the credit that he deserves, and that's Mike Mayock. Mike Mayock was the GM with John Gruden.
Yeah.
He was the idiot. He's the mastermind of the collapse. I mean, he was the one. Those are all his players. It was his move to bring in Devontae. It was his all that stuff that we look back and went, Mayock played a role in that.
I think we've got to admit now that bringing in Devontae wasn't the problem.
No, it was the quarter. You're right. No, it was the quarterback and the promises made and the quarterback's inability. But all of those kind of rolled into one. McDaniel was a brilliant mind. He just can't communicate. He's a freaking robot. So he showed up at a place that, of all the jobs in the world, you can't be a robot, because think of the disparate characters you're dealing with the Raiders, from the owner all the way down.
They are. It's a loser franchise, and it's not. I mean, it's.
They just need to become the fun franchise again.
Mike Mayock didn't. He's not Mark Davis's barber. Okay, like there's a lot of idiots in that place.
No, you're right. But the key to Raiders' success is truly what they manufactured. What old man Al wanted. He wanted the mystique. He wanted the outlaw, and he wanted the fun. And that carried him for 40 years. I mean, and they won Super Bowls doing it.
Well, Al Davis wanted a whole team. He wanted 22 Max Crosbys. It's just really hard to find those guys. And having one is cool. Like Max Crosby, if Al Davis could see Max Crosby, he'd be like, yeah,
absolutely.
And the problem is it's the other 21 guys.
You have to be the franchise that those guys want to come to, and they're not that. They got an idiot with a bowl haircut in Vegas. When they panned up to the game, during the game, to Al Davis's booth, it looked like a bunch of characters from the Muppet Show. Did you see the characters sitting in the Al Davis owner's booth? There's one like 90-year-old woman draped in velvet and diamonds with a bunch of lipstick on. Some dude named Egon that Troy Aikman knew. Like, what is going on in
my
the
old
Davis?
pal Egon.
Yeah, Egon so-and-so. And let me tell you, Troy Aikman knew everybody's name. He was dropping names right and left. But what a cast of characters sitting up with Davis, and then you figure, I wonder why this franchise isn't more successful. Well, look at the top, and you could say the same thing with Jerry's booth.
Yeah, it is it's a disaster, and the Raiders they're in the weird position where they're going to have to say, okay, they're probably going to have a top 5 pick, and they go, we need a quarterback. But you also have like the worst defense in the league. Like there's so many, they're just so far away. Like there's not some.
But I do think they could be a destination. Think about it. You get to live in Vegas, and besides the obvious stuff, it's tax, no state income tax. Facilities, are top notch, or at least as much as Davis would buy. And the stadium's awesome. The environment is such that you're amongst your own kind. You're a bunch of other athletes and millionaires living out there. So it's a destination if treated right. Free agency would be easy if they would just kind of set the table. But I don't know, given the current administration, they can do that.
Well, finally, the Cowboys played against a poverty team and made them look like a poverty team. We'll talk more about the Dallas side of things on the other side. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1.
The season is around the bend where you're going to bring a bunch of family in. You got family coming in for the holidays, and we all know what happens. You get sick of them, just like what do they say? Fish after 3 days, fish and neighbors and visitors need to be thrown out. Hey, head over to Twin Peaks when you get a little tired over the holidays. Head to a place where they welcome you in with happy thoughts and man cave seats. Twin Peaks during the holiday season is the ideal place to just go get away from the rush. Specials every day. You make sure you go there on Fridays for bourbon and barrel-aged bourbons and the brews night and all the costumes. And, of course, when you get to the game days, all the games you need every day of the week, absolutely at Twin Peaks. Head over to any one of the 3. They've got Dallas Cowboy jerseys and giveaways going on. They've got, celebrations every night. It is your holiday destination to unwind and have a cold one. That's all 4 of the Twin Peaks are waiting on you. Days of Zavala and I-10, the one by 151, Park North, and, of course, the beautiful one out on IKEA. Each are spectacular. Drinks are icy cold. But during this holiday season, why do we go? It's those scenic views.
KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Stars 50K Pro Football Pick'em giveaway is back. Head to USASportsStar.com and pick the winners of each pro football game every week to earn points for each correct pick. Highest points each week wins a $25 gift card to Mellow Mushroom. Highest points overall scores $1,000 worth of tickets from A Awesome Tickets. Pick the winning ticket of every regular season game. Win the grand prize, $50,000. This is an Audience National contest across multiple markets. The 50K Pro Football giveaway. Register and win at SASportsStar.com.
This report is sponsored by Macy's Backstage. Macy's Backstage is a whole department inside your Macy's store where you can find so many holiday essentials, all for under $25. With new arrivals every day, you never know what amazing deals you'll find. Don't wait. Find a location at Macy'sBackstage.com.
Davis Law Firm secures important verdicts and settlements for Texans hurt in a car, truck, or 18-wheeler wreck. Many in the millions of dollars. No case is too big or too small. And remember, there's no fee unless we win. So if you want more, call the Fours. Davis Law Firm San Antonio, 444-4444.
Fans, this game's for you. UTSA is celebrating all the fantastic Roadrunners supporters at our Fansgiving game this Saturday, November 22nd, as UTSA football plays host to East Carolina at the Alamo Dome. Log on to goutsa.com/tickets or call the UTSA ticket office at 210-458-8872 to purchase your tickets today. UTSA versus East Carolina this Saturday in the Alamo Dome. Be there, because when we win, San Antonio wins.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/radio to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/radio. That's hims.com/radio. HIMS.com/RADIO.
It's a little quiet on the border these days. Illegal border crossings at an all-time low because Donald Trump and Senator John Cornyn have been fighting side by side to seal the border. Cornyn has led the charge in the Senate, funding more agents, more technology, and more miles of secure border wall, beating back Biden's border failures, taking the fight directly to the cartels. Cornyn stands with President Trump, voting with him 99% of the time, supporting Trump's nominees, confirming conservative judges who defend our Constitution, and together, Trump and Cornyn put America first. They've worked to keep our families safe and our border defended. Yep, it's quieter on the border now because real leadership gets results. Call and thank Senator John Cornyn, 713-572-3337, and tell him to keep delivering Trump's agenda. Paid for by Lone Star Freedom Project, LoneStarFreedomProject.com.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6759. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-6759. That's 800-575-6759. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
This holiday season, Target has your back with irresistibly cool gifts for everyone on your list. For the trendsetter, start with affordable beauty kits and gift sets. Need something the whole fam will love? Grab snuggly matching fits in every size and style. And for the thrill seekers, don't forget the hottest toys and tech of the season. Target's got you covered with the best deals for endless fun. Shop in store or online, and step into the holidays with Target. Restrictions apply.
Guys, you've heard of TRT, but you have no idea what testosterone can do for you. Once you start treatment, you'll wish you had done it sooner. Now you can take the TRT test for free at Synergenics and Low T Center. Walk in before 10 a.m. or book online at fixmylowt.com.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up on The Blitz, reaction time. Cowboys, Raiders on Monday Night Football.
Everything that went on last night, we'll talk about it with Shireen Williams from Pro Football Talk. She joins at 5:15.
The Houston Texans survived the Tennessee Titans. How does Indy Kalu break that down? We'll visit with him at 3:30.
And the Wembley Spurs play tonight. We'll have a preview.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hi, this is Joe Reinagel, and you're listening to the home of the Dallas Cowboys, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Good morning. 6:40 on the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Dallas Cowboys 33-16 blowout win of the Raiders last night. Have a day Dak Prescott. If you are a Dak Prescott fantasy owner, you had 4 touchdowns on the day.
That was a Cowboy
for Old
record
Dakota
for Monday night touchdown passes.
Oh.
Yeah. Dak, another list, another thing to add to the list of his many accomplishments. Most touchdown passes thrown by a Cowboy on a Monday night.
Yes. I mean, I think Dak, when he was a kid, throwing it around, slinging the pigskin in the backyard, he said, one day I'm going to score the most touchdowns on a Monday night for Dallas Cowboys.
Dallas Cowboys.
And sure enough, he's done it, friends. He's done it.
Mom said, wash your hands. It's time for dinner.
It's time
Stop
for dinner.
dreaming, fat boy.
How much credit do you give to this defense that's been much maligned?
Oh, my gosh.
Like, do you believe, okay, yeah, the defense really, this was a turning point, or was it just the Raiders?
Well, I think, there's a little both, obviously. You're going against you're a 6A team, and you went against a very average 3A team. You had more guys than they did. But I will say that you dominated the way you should have. I mean, your Brand Quinnen, a sack and a half? He was in the backfield all night long. So against a bad team, you did what we hoped to be a greatly, or at least significantly improved defense. I thought Overshown was sideline to sideline. He looked good. Interception by a dude we hadn't seen in a couple weeks. So, I mean, a difference was made by the dudes that were here that showed up. So I think promising is at the very least. I mean, you're supposed to dominate a bad team. You did that.
I took it that way too. Like, I mean, the Raiders did a lot of things to themselves. Like the Raiders running the football 12 times total.
Yeah.
What do you think's going to happen?
I don't understand. But maybe let's don't get lost in your myopia as a fan or a supposed expert. Maybe on the inside of that defensive line was so solid they knew there was no run to be had. I mean, that was such a silly stat when you see at the end of the game is you guys only ran the ball 12 times. No wonder you got your ass kicked. But maybe we apply that to the defense, saying Eberflus was brilliant.
Okay.
No, so you're not going to do that.
Well, listen, Rob. This is now 10 games we've seen of the Dallas Cowboys, and it's not often that we've been able to say what a showing by the defense. So I pardon me if I put some blame at least on the other team.
A lot of blame goes there, man.
But
a lot of it does. But
you're right. Like, as far as a confidence builder, it was good for this defense to go out and have a day like this, and especially because you're going into now, and this is the bad part of it. Like, great win, all right? Now you go into a stretch where it's Eagles, Chiefs, Lions, Vikings, Chargers.
So here's the good news. You're going to know exactly where you're going to be in January in about 3 weeks.
Yeah.
You pretty much can go ahead and make your reservation right now. What did I hear? They have a 7% chance or something like that, given other variables. So you can go ahead, but if you're going to do it on bookingup.com so you can get a refund.
Yeah, that's important.
I would go ahead and reserve.
Always click trip insurance,
right,
for sure.
Get that, because I'd go ahead and get the best hotel room because you're probably going to be available to it. But after last night's game, you think, well, look at all of those teams and look at what happened to them just last weekend. Go down the list of the teams the Cowboys face other than the Eagles. look at what happened to them just last weekend.
For sure.
So there
Well,
is
all of these teams that they're about to play, while they're all better football teams than the Cowboys, they are all dealing with their own struggles,
Right.
particularly on the offensive side of the ball. No, and I'm saying this fully aware of what the Lions can be when things are working.
Depends on who's calling plays.
Things ain't really working for the Lions. Now, they do play at Detroit, where it seems to work more often than it doesn't.
Yeah.
But the Eagles, Chiefs, Vikings, Chargers, and like I said, to a lesser extent, the Lions, but Lions were pretty bad on offense last week. These are all offenses that are really, really struggling to make anything happen. Now, unfortunately for Dallas, all of them are pretty strong defenses, so that you're going to have to, like, we'll see what gives. But
a month ago, when you looked at this schedule and you saw that list of teams, you would have thought
0-5.
It's done. Yeah.
I thought 0-5 on that stretch.
The chances of going 5-0 are ridiculous and outlandish, but at the very least, you saw last night that a team that's going into this gauntlet, they're rested, they're healthy, and they're emotional. And so that means they're invested. It might not be invested in absolutely the right thing at the right time, but I know that this is a bunch of raw-nerved players that are invested in something midway through the season. And you know what they got last night was a little bit of hope. And that can mean a whole lot to a football team that actually does have more than their team has shown. Even though they've gotten their ass handed to them, they do have more than what they have shown. By injury or by default, you look at that offense, you go, I don't know how you've lost a couple of these games, because that offense last night against a terrible defense was effective at every position. Both wide receivers, the tight end, and the running back all had great nights.
But you know what? How much does this feel like that Jets game where
you're right.
You had just tied the Packers, and at the time, everybody thought the Packers were really good. You had tied them, and you're like, okay, maybe things are, and then you beat the hell out of the Jets, and you're like, this thing might be, the ship might be riding. And then they played the Panthers, and it was like...
And then the injury started. And so I can find a reason or an excuse in this. I can say, last night was, finally you have 90% attendance. You've got everybody here. Plus, you've got an all-pro at defensive tackle that went and got a sack and a half. So what you've been trying to do, finally you have the pieces to do it. And you haven't had that all year long. So that's, to me, for the Cowboys, the blessing that you go, okay, now we got a whole room full of players and we kicked ass.
Yeah.
And so the chances of getting the most Cowboy thing possible, AJ, were for them to be really effective over the next 6 weeks, to go 4-2 and to pull off some upsets and somehow fall ass backwards into a playoff ass whooping in the wild card game. Why did you do this at the cost of a draft pick to get your ass handed to you by what is truly a good football team? That would be the most Cowboy thing that could possibly happen, would be to win just enough to get your ass kicked.
Yeah.
And for no benefit. Who wants to lose a road playoff game other than the dudes that get the check?
And Claymore says, geez, AJ, it's okay to credit the defense, Bubba. Yes, they played the Raiders, but the defense did their job too. Sure, the true test is against reputable offensive teams, but today, well, okay, I mean, how much credit do you want to – but the Raiders scoring 16 points was above their season average.
Yeah, so –
So what you saw of the Raiders last night was an above-average Raiders performance. That's how bad that team is. So sorry if, I'm a little – cautious in giving the defense any credit. This defense that's been ass all year, I'm not going to just start throwing flowers at them now because they held the Raiders down. So I get it, and there was a lot of I know there was a lot of intrigue in the new bodies coming in. I get it. I just am. I want to be cautious about diving in and saying things are better.
This was a team
because I don't know if things are better.
that ran their second best player on the team, maybe in Ashton Genty.
He got 6 carries.
6 carries. I mean, 0 touches. This is a team that Brock Bowers is their best dude, and they forgot about him until, he had a decent game, I guess. This is a team that defensively is bereft of talent. I mean, you've got Max Crosby, and that is it. And even he managed to get his name. I mean, he even got his stats.
Forced a turnover, yeah.
So even the Lone Ranger was able to get something against that offense. So the film ain't going to look as pretty as the win did because, quite frankly, they should have just pantsed this team, and they didn't. But they
kind of did.
Well, I mean, they tried to score there at the end of the game and didn't. They left the field with a sour taste. I mean, they were. You can act like it didn't matter. Yeah, it did. Yeah, it did. You could have hit 40. You could have walked off like we truly kicked their ass, and you didn't. And so they won, and everybody's going to celebrate and high five the emotional stuff. And then you're going to go look at the film and go, my gosh, we weren't that good. But here we go. We got 3 weeks to prove it. And it's not going to be that fast. As long as we can stay healthy, I think there's some momentum there. And if they win those 3, then the most Cowboy thing possible might just very well happen, where they play themselves out of a decent draft pick, all for the benefit of a road wild card ass whipping.
No, what they'll do is they'll get in a position to get that, and then they'll lose to the Commanders and the Giants and not make the playoffs.
Well, let's hope. I'd rather them not get the playoffs because we know what this team is and get the draft pick. God forbid they get there and get their ass handed to them.
All right, we'll continue talking that Cowboy game last night. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
With Progressive, renters can save on protection for the things that make your place yours, even things that don't make sense to everyone.
People always wonder why I don't get rid of my guitar since I never play. But it's like, what if I actually end up taking lessons? Sure, I've had it for 8 years, but if I get rid of it, then what will my New Year's resolution be next January?
Exactly. So bundle your renters and auto and save with Progressive and protect the things that make sense to you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates and other insurers not available in all states or situations. Covered subject to policy terms and conditions.
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm, how can I help?
Hola, mi esposo se lastimó en un accidente ayer. ¿Me puede ayudar?
Claro que sí. Estamos aquí para servirle.
I'm Jeff Davis. At Davis Law Firm, we're here for you 24/7. Our team of Texas attorneys has been helping people injured in car, truck, or 18-wheeler wrecks for more than 25 years. And there's no fee unless we win. Y hablamos español. If you've been hurt, call us at 444-4444.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
Awesome Tickets is your personal ticket broker. Big games, big concerts, big events. Need tickets? Stay local and call Awesome Tickets. Stop paying all those crazy fees on ticket apps. Awesome Tickets has your tickets for all the sports, concerts, any city, any event. Avoid the ticket app fees. Since 1994, Awesome Tickets is local and veteran-owned. You deserve Awesome Tickets. Call 210-226-5136 or online at awesometix.com. That's awesometix.com.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
Mellow Mushroom has the best pizza in San Antonio. Mellow delivers the best pizza experience with their delicious dough, premium ingredients, and unique flavors. Delivering a higher order of pizza is the standard. If Mellow can make a pizza this delicious, imagine what they can do with munchies, greens, calzones, and burgers. Mellow Mushroom has San Antonio's best happy hour with food specials and half-off adult beverages. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 in Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom.
Kinetico water systems are the best of the best. I personally have one in my home. All those other water softener systems out there are junk in comparison.
For a limited time, receive a free reverse osmosis drinking station at your kitchen sink. $400 off with trade-in and 0% interest for 12 months with approved credit. Call Kinetico of San Antonio and the Hill Country. 210-656-PURE.
Check them out at KineticoSA.com and tell them Dave Ramsey sent you.
License number 38961.
Workdays can be unpredictable, but your workwear shouldn't be.
With a Cintas Apparel Plus program, you'll have freshly laundered garments for everyone on your team delivered every week. Cintas has workwear for just about any job imaginable, with high-performance fabrics and an uncompromising fit that stretches and moves with you. Don't leave looking and feeling good to chance. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
I know we're up against it. We almost got to go take a break.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Do you have Christmas lights in your neighborhood? We were just having this discussion, and I saw Christmas lights yesterday, and I don't know if I'm angered or happy. I don't know.
Well, here's what I like. I like that my neighborhood, like the actual, like the HOA, does a big thing of Christmas lights because then it feels like there's less pressure on me.
Truth. So, but are they up? Are they?
Yes,
out?
they were up the day after Halloween. Yeah, it was festive. All of us. I was like, wow.
I saw some Christmas lights
so
yesterday.
This is where all my money goes. To this.
Hey, well, at least that's well spent, man. Like you said, you get some benefit out of it.
Yeah. I did deal with the squirrel issue. Finally, I got up there and I found the entry point.
Mm-hmm.
And
little door, like on cartoons.
The gap was about I'd say it's about 6 inches long and about 2 inches wide.
All they need is the nose.
And so I shoved it full of steel wool and then did spray insulation. But I have one of these like 30-foot ladders, dude, and I was on the very highest rung of it.
You need a parachute.
I thought I would like the ladder. I was like all wobbly. No.
Were you alone down there? Did you have your son?
Oh, my son
to catch you if you fell.
To catch me, yeah. My son's holding the ladder, and my wife's like, "Do you see any more up there? Can you reach?
It's when you're infested.
Can you reach the other?" I'm like, no, I'm done.
Call EMS.
This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, KTFM Floresville.
Ahead of the field and throws it down with a right hand.
Your home for the NBA.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jason Garrett with Arasti. If you're tired of pain slowing you down from a recent injury or something that's been nagging you for years, we can help. At Arasti, we've earned the trust of over 8,000 physicians by delivering fast, lasting pain relief without painkillers or surgery. Our hands-on approach targets the root cause of pain, and most patients see results in just one visit. No referral needed, and it's covered by most insurance plans. So don't wait. Visit Arasti.com. That's AIRROSTI.com. Arasti. We fix pain fast.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Cunahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions and bring you a special Black Friday offer.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
That's leaffilter.com/deal. And now, as a special Black Friday offer, you can get a free gutter inspection, plus up to 35% off. This is our best offer of the season. Unlock it now at leaffilter.com/deal. See representative for warranty details.
George gets justice. You've heard the national lawyer ads. Same story, different name. But when you've been through something traumatic in San Antonio, you need a local team who fights for real results. That's why so many get George at George Salinas Injury Lawyers. George is from here, listens to people, and fights to help them get their maximum compensation. Call 210-225-0909 or visit getgeorge.com. George gets justice. GetYours.com. Principal Office, San Antonio.
This report is sponsored by ASCOEQ.com. We're on it.
When you need Case equipment, ASCO is your dealer. Case Construction Equipment delivers performance you can count on, and ASCO backs you with the expert service and support you need. Sales, rental, parts, service. We're on it at ASCO Equipment. Visit ASCOEQ.com.
For a limited time, get a free K5 reverse osmosis drinking water system when you purchase a Connecticut water softener. Clean, great tasting water at your kitchen sink. Hurry before they're gone.
Call 656 Pure Connecticut.
This Sunday, San Antonio Sports Stars at Twin Peaks Days of Allah location for Cowboys and Eagles. Come register to win epic Cowboys jerseys just for catching game days at Twin Peaks. Plus, I'll have your chance to register to win tickets to go see UTSA and Army November 29th in the Alamo Dome. So come hang out with us in the lovely lays of Twin Peaks this Sunday starting at noon. Grab a seat, register and win tickets to UTSA Army, and grab a frosty 29-degree cold beer just before the Cowboys kick off. That's this Sunday starting at noon at Twin Peaks Days of Allah.
Fans, this game's for you. UTSA is celebrating all the fantastic Roadrunners supporters at our Fansgiving game this Saturday, November 22nd, as UTSA football plays host to East Carolina at the Alamo Dome. Log on to goutsa.com/tickets or call the UTSA ticket office at 210-458-8872 to purchase your tickets today. UTSA versus East Carolina this Saturday in the Alamo Dome. Be there, because when we win, San Antonio wins.
Macy's just dropped tons of new Black Friday deals, and with more being added every week, you can save on top gifts now. Like exclusive beauty sets, 50% off. Men's and women's PJs, 40 to 60% off. Handbags, 40 to 50% off. Plus, diamonds, 60% off. So come into Macy's, beat the rush, and get your holiday shopping done early. Black Friday starts here at Macy's. Savings off select styles. Exclusions apply.
Makita knows that pros never settle, and neither do we. With Makita, you get tools that perform at the highest level, on every job, without compromise. Makita is for the most detailed pros, expertly engineered to deliver precision, job after job. When your work calls for the best, call on Makita. Makita, built to be the best. Available at the Home Depot.
Been in a car wreck? Not sure what happens next? Thomas J. Henry knows, because Thomas J. Henry is one of the largest personal injury law firms in Texas. You deserve to get compensated for your injuries. You deserve a law firm that can take your case all the way to trial. You deserve justice. So don't settle for less than you deserve. Get Thomas J. Henry on your side. Visit thomasjhenrylaw.com. Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust. Principal Office, San Antonio.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Hi, I'm Chuck McDowell, the timeshare cancellation guy. In 2011, I founded Wesley Financial Group with one goal in mind: to help honest folks out of their timeshares permanently. Today, I run Wesley with my two sons, a real family business, treating every client and every employee like we'd want our own family treated. That philosophy has helped us grow into the largest, most trusted timeshare cancellation company in the United States. Fortune magazine even recognized us as one of the best places to work. Why? Because we genuinely care. In fact, some of our former clients were so moved by their experience working with us, they joined our team so they could help others to timeshare freedom. If you're stuck in a timeshare, give us a call. Let our family help your family.
Call Wesley now for your free timeshare exit kit. 800-939-1331. That's 800-939-1331. 800-939-1331.
Introducing the IHOP Value Menu, where all your breakfast faves are just $6 each every day. Where else can you get a big, filling sit-down breakfast for only $6? Go to your happy plates with the $6 IHOP Value Menu. Available every day at IHOP. $7 in some locations.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. We are working a few accidents. 1604 westbound at Redland Road. That wreck is in the right lane, slow from 35. That's a 15-minute delay. On I-10 westbound at Ackerman, this wreck has been moved off a main lane. It's now off to the shoulder. On 90 eastbound at 410, that's a stall, right shoulder block. If you guys see something we're not talking about, call us on the traffic tip line so we can check it out. That number, 210-785-2601. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
In an emotional win, the Dallas Cowboys beat the Las Vegas Raiders 33-16 behind Dak Prescott's 4 touchdown passes. New defensive tackle Quinnen Williams added a sack and a half in the win. Tough news for the San Antonio Spurs as they return to action tonight against the Grizzlies. Victor Wembanyama, after a MRI, was diagnosed with a calf strain. He'll be out for weeks, according to ESPN NBA insider Shams Charania. The Grizzlies will be without Ja Morant, who is also dealing with a, quote, calf strain. If you're looking for something to do this morning, the UTSA Roadrunners hit the court to take on Southwestern Christian at the Convocation Center. The tip will be 11 o'clock a.m. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hey now. Cowboys get a win, and Tarek says, what if the Cowboys win out and make the playoffs and make it a Super Bowl and win it?
That would
be the perfect storybook with how they started the season with the loss of one of your young players.
Who wrote this? Who's this?
Tarek.
You could put this now. I want you to copy it, and I want you to go put it on something that will remind you a year ago and a year from now, because you could have wrote that every year for the last 30 years.
Yes.
And week 8. What if they went out?
It's called a fairy tale.
Yes. This is what makes Dallas Cowboy fandom so much fun. That every year you get the all right.
Yeah.
What if?
So you're saying there's a chance.
There's a chance.
So you're saying there's a chance.
Because did you see that? All they have to do, what they did last night for the next 16 consecutive weeks. It's not hard.
No.
I mean, that's all they got to do.
Cowboys are currently, come on, man. They're only like 2.5 games out of the of a playoff spot. It could happen.
I say that, and even as I say it, in the back of my mind, my little Tom Landry stands up and says, yes, it could. It could. And Tom Landry's sitting on my shoulder going, son.
No, yeah.
Those without faith or those without hope.
It's wild. I mean, that's just, it's so not in my DNA as a sports fan. Like, and maybe because you guys have witnessed success in your lives.
No, most Cowboy fans haven't.
Like, you're right. You're right.
No, they haven't. They've heard the legend. They've got old dudes like me sitting around the campfire talking about them days.
But like me, any hint of a crack in the wall, and I'm like, it's over. The dam's about to burst. It's over.
No,
like Cowboy fan is like, what if?
Yeah, now we're going to fix that wall even stronger.
We're going into the toughest part of the season. What if? It's
so we're playing 3 games in 12 days.
It's probably a lot more fun than like my mindset, my mentality.
No, it is a lot more fun
Sucks.
for 17 weeks, but that 18th week's a bitch.
Oh, when it finally
crashes down, it's like the fall of the stock market. And you jump out of a roof, out of a building.
I'll be honest, Rob. I'm very concerned for your well-being.
Oh no!
If Aggie finishes the season unbeaten,
no. I had this conversation with a bunch of Aggies, right? And most of us are very comfortable with however the season goes because this has been ridiculous.
Okay,
it really has been. I mean, we've ridden a roller coaster and we've done some things we did not expect. Now, the further this goes, the more painful it's going to be, obviously.
Yeah.
But I trust us. We've had this conversation. Battered Aggie syndrome. I don't care what people say. It will exist for several years, and we all are just waiting for that shoe to drop. And when it does, we're going to be emotionally prepared because it's happened to us so many times.
Well, you said something. I mean, at least you said something yesterday. I was like, okay, he kind of gets where they're at because you were like, yeah, their schedule's broken. Like you could, they haven't really played any, and it does sort of prepare you, but you can't get to 11-0 and not start to hope a little bit.
But trust me, it won't be all our eggs ain't in one basket because, quite frankly, we don't have that many eggs. You know what I mean? So this is already further than we thought. You tell me that it's going to be 10-0? What?
It's maybe, but I see. It's funny the mindset of the three teams that are sitting there at 11-0 or 10-0.
The expectations are entirely different.
Ohio State's like, we're 10-0. We're about to win the national championship. This is what happens.
Yeah.
Indiana's like, we're 10-0. We're 10-0. This is like.
But they were here last year, so they've already been down this road a little bit. So yes, they're still the outlier, and I still think that they have a little bit in the back of their mind that no matter what happens, hey, we're Indiana. Look how good this was.
Yes,
but this has been a year of this, so it's a little bit harder on them.
But A&M is they're a weird program that
because we think we've done it.
You think you're Ohio State. And it's like we're right there. Finally, we're getting our comeuppance.
I will tell you this: no matter what happens this year, and hope springs eternal. But no matter what happens, if and when we're sitting here next year, the feeling and the attitude is going to be entirely different.
Yeah,
I mean, it'll be we're going to have expectations above and beyond anything Texas ever thought. You know what I mean? It's going to get outrageous how much is expected. Then Aggie becomes the type of Aggie nobody likes. It's easy to hang around Aggies when they're the lovable losers. It is. I've been a part of this for a long time. It was, come on over and watch the game. We'll have fun. Maybe you'll win. But once we have a little bit of success under our belt, remember the Johnny couple years?
Oh, yeah.
That's those the Aggie fans you better look out for.
Oh, yes.
And we're ready to do it. I'm ready to be that Aggie too. I think I'm due. It's been a decade. But I'm not there yet, and more than anything else, over the many years, most Aggie fans at the end of the day are realists because you can't not be a realist when you expect the next shoe to drop. You expect the worst.
So that's how I feel always.
Yeah, so that's Aggie fandom.
Okay, well, at least I know what it's like.
Cowboy fandom is a lot more fun.
Is it?
It is. You don't wake up. I mean, you wake up on Monday morning, Tuesday morning. Yeah, we got our ass beat, but I know why. It's fixable.
Yeah.
No matter what it is. You know what the problem is? It's the entire roster and the owner. No, it's not. It's the left cornerback. Isn't just reading that read. If he would just zig when he's supposed to zag, we'd have won that game.
Yeah. I mean, I always just feel like I just always have the assumption that my team sucks and that they're like it's like imposter syndrome. You know what that means? What?
I don't belong here, and I don't. Yeah. Next step's going to be wrong.
That's how I always feel about anything really in my life that is good at any point. I'm like, oh, this isn't supposed to be happening for me.
This is, I think the only players I've ever heard that didn't use that as fire were Tom Brady and Michael Jordan. Those are the two dudes that knew they were better than everybody else.
Right.
And did the things to prove that they were better. Most successful people have imposter syndrome in the back. Like, I better do this right because if they realize I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
Yeah.
I think most greatness is achieved that way.
I told you the other job that I was applying for when I got this job, when I moved to San Antonio, was a job where I was like, I would be overseeing like 8 stations in like several different markets. And I was like, every time I did an interview, I would tell my wife, I hope these people don't hire me. And she's like, why? It's such a great opportunity. I said, because I can't do that job.
Well, most people fake it till they make it. And there is, I do believe, and I've always preached to my kids and everybody else, act as if, brother. WW, whatever initial you want, D. Act as if. What would a successful man do at this state? And most of my life, I go, what would, name the thing that you're doing and go, what would that guy do? I think he'd probably do this and go do that.
So when this is a like my near brush with fame, when you know who CM Punk is, the pro wrestler, when he was going to join the UFC, the thought was he was going to fight at 185 pounds, and the UFC was looking for a guy who was 0-0, who had not fought professionally, to fight him.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a relationship with the guy who is the UFC's matchmaker. And I had done pretty well as an amateur, and he was like, I think we can get you this fight with CM Punk. And you would be in the UFC. And I was like, how crazy is that? And then as I was talking about it, I was like, well, what happened? In my mind, I felt like I could beat CM Punk in a fight. I really did. And then the next thought that hit me was, well, if I did beat him in a fight,
do I want to be a fighter?
Then I would have to fight
somebody who's good,
a real professional UFC level 185-pound person, and they would it would be so embarrassing because I don't belong in the cage with him. You know what I mean? That's all I could think about. I couldn't even think about the idea of making a bunch of money and do it like it couldn't even cross my mind because all I could think about was after that, I'm going to be humiliated. And my buddy ended up doing it because he fought at 170. So Mike Jackson,
did he lose?
No, he beat CM Punk, but then he got obliterated in every other fight that he had in the UFC. So he did exactly what would have happened to me.
But did he turn out okay? Did he survive this ordeal?
He's alive.
Okay.
And he was a UFC fighter. Yeah. Just I don't know that I was equipped to take the things that were coming afterwards. Is is all I'm saying. I was thinking to myself, oh my God, like this, we're talking about dudes like Anderson Silva who fight at 185. I would die.
Most of the mistakes I made did not involve, if it was wrong, bodily injury. So those decisions were.
But it was less about bodily injury and more about complete humiliation, and everyone realizing that this guy has no business being here. That's what I always thought about, and that's like my sports fandom is. When the Bills play the Chiefs, it's they've got no business. Yeah, it's just I just know.
Well, I think you have defined when you say losers lose. That's what they do.
Yeah,
I think you defined it right there because sometimes that ineffective effort is just designed to make yourself lose. It's easier to lose. It always is.
Yeah, no doubt.
I'd rather quit than lose, and in that kind of situation. The embarrassment, the best thing that could ever happen to you is, listen, kids, is to get embarrassed awfully when you're young. Have something terrible happen to you. Seriously,
like have your pants pulled down in the lunchroom or something?
No, I'm talking about get fired from a job that you didn't. The worst, have something terrible happen to you when you're young, and then you realize, you know what, it ain't that bad.
Okay.
And, the worst thing you thought never, the best and worst rarely occur. It's somewhere in the middle.
Am I too old for that now?
No.
Okay. To get embarrassingly fired or something?
Well, at this point, no. There's always the comeback. But I'm just, as a young person, my advice is fail fabulously. Fail huge. Go bankrupt.
Okay.
Because you'll get out. You'll dig out.
I feel like I'm too late for that. I'm too late for that now.
You're never too late, but it makes it a whole lot harder to dig out.
As my
you
old,
take other people with you the longer you do this.
My old co-host who got married 4 times.
Next one's the charm.
And he was always like, sure they take half my stuff, but he's like, I've come back from it every time.
That's the thing about divorced people is they're optimists. And I do appreciate a good optimist.
Now, the last time he did it, he just died, so he didn't. But he was on his way back. But he'll tell you,
and it was his path that he chose.
It was going to hit, but I just died first.
Well, no. The thing about the remarried, I love the optimistic view. The 3rd time, 4th time, man, you guys are optimists. Your glass is half full all the time.
Keep swinging, Bubba.
And
keep
swinging. It can never get any full because you keep losing half. But your glass is consistently half full.
All right, let's take a break and we'll continue this discussion. You know what? We'll take a break from the Cowboys. We're gonna play some sound from them a little bit later on. We've got to talk about this Wembanyama issue. It is the Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
As we sit on a Tuesday morning, as the water is flowing and you're getting ready to head into work, I hope that's a Connecticut system treating your water in your house. If you are, you've made such a wise decision because the ramifications of your water treatment go far beyond just the taste and look of your water, because that water flows through pipes, and if there's any kind of sediment in that water, as the water sits in those pipes, it tends to collapse onto the bottom. It tends to coalesce and start to clog. That calcium builds up over time, and then it starts chipping off, and you start seeing the white powder on your sinks and around your faucets, and then you start feeling it on your skin, and you see it on your hair. It becomes this endemic issue that can lead to replacing your refrigerator and dealing with plumbers, and no one wants to call the plumber. So why don't you nip the problem in the bud and go get the best treatment you can get in this part of the world, and that's a Connecticut water treatment system. Price isn't an issue. It's competitive everywhere, and it will last. Well, I don't know how long it'll last. I know mine has never need any kind of repair, never used the warranty. Never been a better time to get a Connecticut treatment system than right now, because if you do decide after 90 days of finding out, there's a great financing, 0% with your good credit, and also a gift. It's a reverse osmosis drinking system that has been a wonderful addition to the Thompson home. Once you get one of those things on your sink, first of all, it'll have the decorative touches that your house has. They have fancy looks, but it eliminates the need for water bottles. It eliminates the need to go out and buy extra water when you got the perfect water coming out of your faucet. You're never going to pay for any more electricity to run that thing. It doesn't even run on power. It runs on kinetic energy, and you're going to save on salt. What are you waiting for? Call them right now. It's easy, 656 Pure. You can go to KineticoSA.com for all the details. Again, that's 656 Pure. Get yourself a Kinetico today, and I know tomorrow you're going to come by and thank me later.
Dallas Cowboys fans, come on down! It's AJ and Rob from the Morning Huddle,
and you could be the next contestant on
The Stat Is Right.
Every week leading up to the week of the Cowboys home game, AJ and Rob toss out a Cowboys player and a stat from the upcoming home game. Passing yards, rushing yards, number of times Dak adjusts his wristband mid-play, or perhaps CeeDee Lamb mouthguard chews per quarter. Whatever. All you have to do is predict that stat, get the closest, and bam! You're headed to Jerry World with a pair of tickets to the next Cowboys home game. Think of it like The Price is Right, but instead of winning a blender, you get to scream, "How about them Cowboys?" inside AT&T Stadium. So study up, Cowboy Nation, and listen to the Morning Huddle to play. The Stat Is Right. Only on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149. By texting 24700, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from J. Crew Factory. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at jcrew.com.
At J. Crew Factory, we think shopping should be fun, really fun, as in scoring our exclusive collection of classic styles for the whole family at prices that can't be beat. And today, save even more. Just text GIFTING to 24700 to receive an extra $25 off your purchase of $75 or more at your nearest J. Crew Factory store. This holiday season, discover perfect presents for you and your crew. Shop cozy matching pajamas, toasty sweaters, amazing outerwear, festive accessories, and so much more. Get in the spirit at J. Crew Factory, where we have incredible deals every single day. Visit jcrewfactory.com to find your nearest San Antonio area store today. But first, get an extra $25 off your purchase of $75 or more when you text GIFTING to 24700. Text GIFTING to 24700 to get your $25 off coupon. That's GIFTING to 24700. See a store associate for details.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation, so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
Hey, get ready to kick off the holidays tailgate style alongside your 4-legged MVP. Join us at Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuit in Selma on Wednesday, November the 19th from 9 to 6 p.m. for the annual holiday kickoff tailgate. They'll have great food, local vendors, music, giveaways, and fun for the entire family, including the furry ones. It's your chance to celebrate the season with the best fans in Texas, pet lovers and sports lovers alike. It's all going down at Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuit in Selma on Wednesday, November the 19th from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m.
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm, how can I help?
That guy pulled out in front of me out of nowhere. The police are on their way, but I'm really shaken up.
Don't worry. We're going to get you taken care of. You made the right call.
I'm Jeff Davis. If you've been hurt in a car, truck, or 18-wheeler wreck, call Davis Law Firm at 444-4444. We're ready to help day or night, and there's no fee unless we win.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
Dallas Cowboys head coach Brian Schottenheimer goes one-on-one and has some fun with the Morning Huddles, AJ and Rob, Friday mornings.
Brian Schottenheimer, good morning, Coach.
Hey, what's up, guys? I got to say, it was a weird transition for me to come on to the show and hear a bunch of moaning, and then I heard moaning and manning and all these things. It was really kind of weird. Edwin didn't prepare me for that.
Moaning? Coach, tell him. Can you tell the audience you've got no interest in drafting Arch Manning in the upcoming draft?
Brian Schottenheimer's unfiltered look at the Cowboys' upcoming game, Friday mornings, presented by AA Best Bail Bonds on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star. You're listening to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
For those of you like this song, Edwin?
Yeah, pump up music.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Let's get you jacked. Is this what you listen to in the gym?
Yeah.
You take 2 scoops of pre-workout without any water and just go?
Just go.
He doesn't like rails.
Yeah.
I listened to it before I produced the show.
I could see that.
Is this a song or just bars?
No, this is just instrumental. They would have already gotten after it already. Yeah. After he said the second, yeah.
It's kind of the music that you would see like in hear like on a layup line where they didn't want to pay the ASCAP fee. Like,
it sounds about right.
You know, like,
yeah.
This isn't real music.
Yeah. Let's do this. Let's give away some tickets to go see Eclipse at the Aztec Theater. Eclipse, a tribute to Journey.
If you like Journey, you'll love Eclipse.
A journey to Journey.
And they're good. They really are.
Okay.
Prepare to sing,
You've seen them.
yourself to sing and to dance your night away.
We've got your chance to win a pair of tickets to see Eclipse, a tribute to Journey, live January 31st at the Aztec Theater. Let's go with caller number 4. And if you don't win your tickets, of course, you can still get them at livenation.com. There you go. There you go. Eclipse. When did you see Eclipse?
I saw him down at Sam's Burger Joint. I've actually seen him a couple of times. My wife's a fan.
Okay.
So we've seen him, I guess it's probably been about a year.
Is your wife a big fan of Journey?
Yeah.
What was the band? What was the cover band that we saw that you guys are big fans of? Who did they cover?
Finding Friday?
No. The band that was the guy was also the U2 guy.
What's the name of that band?
No, I want to know what band were they covering?
U2 and
was it NXS?
Yeah.
Okay. Who does she like more, NXS or Journey?
Oh, I don't know. That's a good. Probably NXS.
Okay.
Probably NXS.
Yeah. I was hoping you would say Journey.
Why?
NXS is terrible.
They were about to be the biggest band in the world.
I don't understand
they really
it.
were.
I get it. I mean, I know. I believe you. It's just one of those things where, like, you know when bands get to a certain level and you're like, how did this happen?
Well, they were kind of. Again, it was the era, and the Australian influence had really started to kick, and he was a pretty electric frontman. So they were about to become something pretty big, and he was good on camera, and this was the video era. So
it's like
it was a perfect match.
I always like sometimes the big hit songs. I'm like, how is that? Like the Old Town Road song when that was like the song. I was like, so you're telling me this is the biggest song in the world?
That's why artists despise radio sometimes because they listen and they go, why is radio playing that?
Yeah. Like there's dudes like I got to imagine like John Lennon's just rolling over in his grave when Old Town Road is like the number one song in the world.
And when you hear all that and then you go see a band and they're like, we don't get any radio support, and you're like, well, I understand because Old Town Road's going right.
Yeah, how am I going to beat that? All right. So announced yesterday that Victor Wembanyama is going to be out for a few weeks with a left calf strain. And it's he did an MRI on Sunday. They're talking about reevaluating in 2 to 3 weeks. Okay. Obviously, you're going to be as cautious as need be with this, but this is me being pessimistic sports fan. Anytime something like this pops up, my whole thought is this is another season where Wemby's going to miss significant time.
Here we go again.
And all this talk about MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, there's a legitimate chance now that it's out the window
because he
might not hit enough games.
Yes, and deservedly so. You need to play enough to be part of this thing. We know that we've built in some load management. I wonder how much of that is, all right, you've had this first month of the season. We know you've been running at 100 miles an hour. Go take a breath and get your calf better. I don't know how much of that is there. Or this is the kind of injury that we now understand can lead to something absolutely so catastrophic that we will err well on the side of safety. And, I don't know anybody that would argue that. But you want to hear – I would like to know, and the trainers come out and go, but let's just say if this was playoffs, it would be a week. If they would just give us the wink, like, yeah, this could be bad.
Yeah, but
we don't know, so we're going to go the other way. But if it was the playoffs, we might risk it, wink, wink. Then I think most fans would go, okay, I get it. But this could be – is it this bad? Because last time he disappeared, he had something that could have killed him.
Yeah.
So how bad is it? Because every year now there's something else.
3 days ago, Saturday, Victor Wembanyama was one of the 3 favorites to be the MVP of the league. It was Jokic, Shea, and Wemby, and depending on what book you looked at, you would get a different favorite. The 3 of them were all very close. As it stands today, Jokic plus 120 is your favorite. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander 2-1. Victor Wembanyama is now 90-1.
Wow.
Well, because when you factor it in,
I get it, but I would go ahead and buy some of that just because.
3 days ago, if you said who's the defensive player of the year, it was Victor Wembanyama minus 250. He is no longer the favorite to be the defensive player of the year.
Go buy some of that.
He is now 4-1 to be. He's the second favorite still, tied for second with Evan Mobley. But this is the kind. If he's out for 3 weeks, now your wiggle room on how many games you can miss for the rest of the season is basically gone.
You're absolutely right. I don't. Anybody wants. We don't want to talk about this yet. I don't think we need to even kind of. But it's in every Spurs fan's back of our minds. All of us are like, are you kidding me again?
No, Rob, it's not, because remember at the beginning of the season where I said I worry about Wemby because he's a giant and giants get hurt. People on the brigade board are like, it's been fluky injuries. They sat him the first year because they wanted to. They sat him last year because of thrombosis. It's not a giant thing. It's just been bad luck.
And maybe that's part of this. I do think that in the back of this is 3 years in a row now that we were dealing with something, and all of them have been different. It's not the same thing over and over, which probably would be worse. But, yeah, you're kind of like the fear of the athlete and the size and the uncharted waters and how do you do this. Well, we're paying a price now when we're erring on the side of. So when we see that, and if you're the Spurs who obviously are prepared to do this, that we know that if there is the slightest possibility of injury, we are going to err on the side of caution, not just for Wemby, for Dylan Harper, for everybody. That's even more reason with all of these draft picks, as all of you people are looking to let's move picks and players. I think when you look at how the Spurs treat their players, this team needs to be deep as crap. I think I would sacrifice individual superstardom for 3 regular dudes, knowing how much leeway and time is given for health. We need a lot of dudes.
Yeah.
And as we acquire these draft picks, remember how deep we're going to need to be, because thank goodness we've got Cornette and Olynyk now, and even Bismack. At least we've got 3 to fill in for one. It ain't superstardom, but at least they had the foresight of going and getting 3 NBA caliber bigs that at least can be trusted not to screw a game up.
But now also the 4 best players on the Spurs have already missed time.
I know. And the good news is we really haven't seen it suffer on the court. They really haven't, because of the depth.
Well, now anybody who was not happy about the De'Aaron Fox trade, be glad now, because otherwise it'd be Wemby, Castle, and Harper all sitting at home, and it would be the Kelly Olynyk show.
It's seriously, as we go until Christmas, this is De'Aaron Fox's team, baby.
It has to be.
And we will go as he goes.
Yeah. It is unfortunate because they had so much momentum. It sucks.
Early. And let's not get lost. This is like baseball. We're still early, mid-November. We got a long way to go. But the fear is that this is just going to be our new normal. that we get Wemby for a couple of weeks, then we lose him for a couple of weeks, and we get him for a couple of weeks. We hope the timing is right, and we hope that there's nothing that will end it early, because we're not going to go down that Yao Ming trail. We're not going to go down the place. But if we do,
Rob, I've seen it with my own eyes, man.
If we do, you're kind of stuck in it, because what else are you going to do? You're going to let it go? So I get it, but I think we're going to have to learn to accept the new normal as we're going to, if there's even the slightest issue, he ain't going to be here.
But here's the thing. You see the same issue the Sixers are dealing with it with Embiid. It's like, God, it sucks. He's hurt all the time. Who wants this guy? But then it's like, he'll play for 2 weeks in a row, and you go, oh, yeah, this is why we have him. And it was the same with Yao. The year before Yao missed an entire year and was basically done, was the best Yao that ever played.
Right.
He was at his absolute peak the year before he was out of the league, basically. It sucks to see it happen, but that is my big concern, that's the path. And you can't get away from it.
No, with every passing day, you just have to learn to accept that this will be a limited thing until it's not.
Because if let's say this turns out I'm going to say something stupid here, but it's not going to happen. But let's say he misses 40 games this season. Next year, when the time comes, the Spurs have to pay him like he's not missed any games.
Yeah.
Like it's just and he might miss 40 games every year, but you still have to pay him like he's going to be peak Wemby for 80 games a year. Knowing it's not going to happen, that's what you have to pay for, though.
Or you'd turn into Nico Harrison.
Yeah. It's a tough spot, and there are teams in way worse spots. Don't get me wrong.
No, this isn't RPP, but I think, and this isn't the worst nightmare, but this is the nightmare when you drafted him. That this is uncharted water, and the last time we've seen people of this size try to do it, physically their bodies didn't hold up.
Yeah.
From Ralph Sampson till today, the truly mobile bigs have just not been able to make it. And we can. It's also. I'm trying to name other bigs, and I'm trying to find one that has been consistently healthy. Not one. I mean, even Kareem spent months out. He played 20 years, but he missed a lot of time. You just have to accept the fact that these guys are not always going to.
Shaq played a lot.
Shaq's like that's why he's so unique, because he was capable of doing this year in and year out. And there's others that have,
and then some of the Hakeem was generally healthy, but Hakeem is also, I mean, not to say he's small, but he wasn't like a giant.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
he was a svelte.
Hakeem was the biggest little player you'd ever seen.
Yeah. But these guys that are big, like obviously everybody in the NBA is big. Like you go stand next to De'Aaron Fox. Most normal people are going to feel small next to him. Mm-hmm. But you go stand next to a guy like Yao Ming or Wemby. Like when we the first night that we went to a game and walked past Wemby,
it's comic.
It's laughing like
holy crap.
You and I are not small people, but it makes you feel like you're in the lollipop guild.
Seriously.
Or something. It's crazy.
And the biomechanics behiint that,
the human body is not built to look like that
and do things he's asking his body to do. It's just not. And it is an RPP, and I'm perfectly willing to live with it. And I don't think, honestly, I think most of us saw him play, saw him leave the court, and went, he ain't hurt that bad. You know, I didn't even see him limp. You know, so I think a lot of us are kind of like, is he really hurt, and how bad is it? And especially in this era of the ruptured Achilles that has this terrible, terrible consequence to what used to be a lightly considered injury. So I think all of us are kind of like, yeah, if this was March, how hurt would he be?
Right. Well, and now, I mean, it's not just him, because the Bucks lose Giannis yesterday for the foreseeable future with a groin. The Mavericks, Anthony Davis. It's just Anthony Davis, another cautionary tale of you. But he's so good when he's healthy. You just got to pay for it. And
there's never been a player that wasn't paid that way. With great talent gets great expectations, great pay too. I mean, you get it.
I just hope that Wemby isn't Yao / Bill Walton and whatever. Like they're great when we see it, but I mean we just don't get to see it enough.
And knowing that, prepare your team. And knowing that, make sure you've got Plan B and Plan C in place, because Now failure to plan is planning to fail. Now you know what you got. You got a guy that's going to give you 60 to 70 games max a year, and that's a good year.
Yeah.
And plan it, and they did. They went and got Cornette, they went and got Olynyk, and then they signed Bismack. All thoroughly serviceable NBA types. All three combined don't equal a Wemby, but at least you got a placeholder till he comes back, and you can say that on 4 of the 5 positions on this team. You can go 2 and 3 deep given the cards you can shuffle on there.
Yeah.
We'd like to get some more, but I do think they do see the opportunity to stack the shelves with these draft picks just to make sure that we're consistently competitive and waiting for the superstar to show up to close the deal.
Yep. All right. We'll talk a little more Spurs later on. I do want to play some Cowboys sound on the other side. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1. Oh, I got to tell you about Underdog. I almost forgot.
Big night last night.
Oh, was it ever? Yeah. Big night for George Pickens anytime touchdown. That's right. You want him higher than a half a touchdown. He got you to the house, baby. Lower on Ashton Genty, though. He did not do what a lot of people thought he would. And even Brock Bowers, that number got a little high. And sure enough, he was unable to reach the lofty expectations. But that's a great thing about Underdog. If you know they're not going to make it, you fade it. And either way, you can make a ton of money doing this. All you got to do is get your picks right. You could win up to 5,000 times your cash. It is simple as that. And if you use my promo code Alamo, you can get $100 in bonus when you bet just $5. You play your first $5, you get $100 in bonus entries. Why wouldn't you do this? That's promo code Alamo, ALAMO. Underdog. Make picks and win money.
When you call, I will give you your options. We'll talk about your case. And all of that is free of charge. If you or a family member has been injured in a traffic accident, whether car, commercial truck, motorcycle, I want you to call me as soon as possible after the collision. My number, 210-900-0400. That's 210-900-0400. Or go to my website at alawyerforus.com.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/radio to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/radio. That's hims.com/radio. HIMS.com/RADIO.
This Sunday, San Antonio Sports Stars at Twin Peaks Days of Allah location for Cowboys and Eagles. Come register to win epic Cowboys jerseys just for catching game days at Twin Peaks. Plus, I'll have your chance to register to win tickets to go see UTSA and Army November 29th in the Alamo Dome. So come hang out with us in the lovely lays of Twin Peaks this Sunday starting at noon. Grab a seat, register and win tickets to UTSA Army, and grab a frosty 29-degree cold beer just before the Cowboys kick off. That's this Sunday starting at noon at Twin Peaks Days of Allah.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6759. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com
or call 800-575-6759. That's 800-575-6759.
Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
This is Jason Minix from The Blitz, and you're listening to 94.1.
Howdy, 7:45 on the Morning Huddle. Got some audio from the old ball coach yesterday. People got mad at me last week, Rob. You weren't here to protect me. Sometimes I say the things that no one else wants to say, like, should we start worrying about Wemby's long-term health? Nobody wants to hear that, but someone's got to say it.
Sometimes you voice what everybody else is quietly thinking.
People don't like that.
Well, no, it's kind of like when you around somebody who whispers cancer. They won't say it out loud to take away the power of it. I don't know.
Last week when you were gone, I said I want to know the details of what happened with Marshawn Kneeland, because we saw it last night. Them, like, there's T-shirts with his face on them, like and I get that the team wants to honor their teammate. It makes total sense. I just want to know the details of why did Marshawn Kneeland think he's going to prison? Because I don't want to buy a T-shirt with a guy's face on it if he did something horrific right before he died. Like, you know what I mean?
I kind of do, but I think two things can be true at once. I think you can mourn the death and still hate the thing. I mean, we did lose a life.
But I do want to know the thing.
Well, I mean, I don't think they're going to – I don't feel like they were glorifying him anything other than he was a good teammate and a good friend. And you can be a good teammate and a good friend and still have another life that did something very weird. So
if Greg Hardy killed himself, I'm not going to feel real bad. I'm not going to wear a T-shirt with Greg Hardy's face on it.
But I can tell you this: if we haven't heard now, it's going to be very difficult to find out.
I think you're right.
You know what I mean? If we haven't already found out, and I know that if you want to talk about world-class security, Dallas Cowboys got some of that. So if there's something that should have come out, it probably already would have. I hate that idea. I really do. And I don't think the Cowboys have gone out of their way to do anything more than what is absolutely necessary and worthy for a lost friend. But if we do come to find out that there was some illicit doings, I don't think it takes away from the pain and all that they're feeling.
They grieved, cried, laughed, but they wanted to honor him, and we're not done honoring him. He's a part of our family forever, but it's been tough, man. I mean, these past 11 days have been really tough, but I'm proud of those guys because just the way they played today, they played with Marshawn's play style.
Yeah, I mean, I get your concern, and again, if it was truly bad, I think we would have heard. I think that there might be somebody on the team like, well, I don't know what y'all are celebrating. Let's go. Yeah, but we do know the facts don't sound good. I mean, why are you on the phone with Cowboy security? Why are you worried about all the?
Like Claymore says, if we don't know that he committed a crime, then we don't need to speculate. I mean, he sent a text saying, "I don't want to go to prison." Like, why would we not speculate?
Yeah.
Like that's that's a wild thing to say. Oh, why would you speculate? Like, I mean, of course you're going to speculate when that's the detail that they give out was, yeah, he texted and then he was saying, I'm not going to go to prison, and then he kills himself. To not speculate is like, it's almost criminal to think that you wouldn't speculate.
But I do think that
everyone should be speculating.
There's a timing thing that we really don't want to know yet. And even when we do find out, it ain't going to change anything other than long-term perception. But I tend to feel that given the newsworthiness of what has happened over the last 10 days, if there was something truly awful, I think we'd have heard.
Maybe, but like you said, they're pretty tight-lipped around that place.
There's been some videotapes disappear with Des Bryant's likeness, and one or two with Jerry, and there's been one or two other things that have happened over the years that we don't really have an eyewitness account, though we do have legend that it did occur.
I mean, the White House was a thing for a long time.
So these guys are good at it, and it's such a tragic thing. So I'll give you this. If it's something bad and we haven't heard in the next week,
yeah,
then there probably isn't. It's such a. I don't want to degrade what is it truly. No matter the situation, we lost a life.
Oh, yeah, that is the worst part.
I don't want to go any further until the nerves are less raw. Until we can kind of look at things in a more realistic way.
Like I said, I just want to know before. But if I were a Cowboy fan, I'd certainly want to know before I started wearing Marshawn Nealon T-shirts, because it's I don't know. And then when I saw it last night, I was like, I get it. For the players, I absolutely get it. Even if he was a bad guy, the players would still love him because he was like, he's in that locker room with you. Even the worst guys, your teammates usually love you.
Right.
You know what
I
mean?
I get their point of view, and I get all of that. And if it does get to some kind of movement where they're doing something extraordinary, and you go, what are you trying to cover up here? What exactly is happening here? Or maybe he was truly it was just an terrible thing, just one bad night.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Claymore says I wasn't where he sent a text before he died. Yeah, he sent a text, and then that's the thing. You say, I'm not going to prison, and then you go on a high-speed chase, and then you kill yourself.
You run off into the woods, and your last contact with Cowboy security, that's
like the idea of not speculating at that point is what's crazy to me. Of course I'm going to speculate.
And we don't know if he reached out to security or they reached out to him, because it was his family that reached out to the Cowboys and said, he's in distress. We're worried he's going to do something terrible. So that's how the Cowboys got involved. But
the whole, and I get that the guy had mental health issues, and who knows.
Obviously.
So to try but again, I still want to know. I still want to know details.
That is a defining line amongst people too. I think there's a line of people that I don't want to know. Why? Because I don't want it to change. And then there's the line of people that go, why? Why? That makes sense.
I'm nosy. I want to know everything.
I think about 50-50.
Yeah. All right. The other surprise that came out of last night was that CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens were not out there for the first series. And I got news for everybody. If the Cowboys had lost this game, this would be a huge story.
Yeah, it would have been.
But because they won, it didn't matter. But what the hell's going on? And they're very. Here's what. Here's Shotty's take on it before we do anything.
Yeah. Again, it's tough. Made a coach's decision. There were some things that were missed, and so I had a conversation with those guys, and that was easy. But I mean, you look at the energy those guys play with. Clarence, they jump started.
It worked.
Offense when they got back in there. They didn't hang their heads. They didn't do any of that stuff, and that's why I love those guys, man. Again, this was a great team win.
You could look at this two ways. You could look at this in one of two ways. And especially as a Spurs fan and watching the way Tim Duncan and Greg Popovich got along for 20 years. Because Pop and Tim understood that I'm the best player on the team, and if he does it to me, everybody has to willingly take it.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying that Pickens and Lamb were without sin. I have a feeling they missed curfew and had a good time in Vegas. He said they missed a couple of things. Probably missed a meeting. Probably got it a little late. Probably something that bad teams have happened consistently.
Maybe a flight. Who knows?
Maybe. But he punished him.
And, you know, when Johnny did it, he was in Vegas, but they weren't playing there. At least the Cowboy, there was he was at least in town.
So some of this was, I'm not sure how sacrificial this truly was, but the fact remains that he did punish him. And in the eyes of some players, I think that's a benefit.
Here's CD about missing the first drive.
What was the reason for not playing?
I'm not going in depth on that. Honestly, I'm not. I'm sorry, I'm not.
Not going in depth on that. Okay, what about you, George Pickens? Are you willing to go in depth on that?
George, we were told that you didn't start this game due to a coach's decision. What were you told about why?
I don't think, I feel like certain personnels are built, for the running game. We kind of knew that we could exploit them running-wise, so a lot of heavy personnel.
Yeah. We were going to run the ball.
Yeah. A lot of heavy personnel.
See, if you look at me, I'm light.
Yeah,
quick.
Yeah. We were in a lot of like 12 and 13 looks.
Yesterday we had Trailer on, and we said, what? Henry only carried the ball 8 times. What's going on there? And Trailer, without saying so, said, "Yeah, man, the dude did something. We benched his ass." And he had a little come to Jesus talk. He didn't want to say that, and I think that there was a little of this. And remember, we talked about Shoddy before they went into the bye week. Hey, we're going to be competing. Somebody might lose their job. Well, you juxtapose all that, and I think Ryan McNeil put it best last night. What they did was probably pretty significant. I mean, that's a pretty big deal to get benched for a series. But if it was anybody else on that team, they probably would have gotten cut. These guys just missed 3 snaps. But the fact is, I think there are probably players on this team, Dak included, that said, crack the whip.
Yeah.
We just can't have this. And the benefit was they came out and they played their ass off and you won the football game.
And you won. Again, so it's not much of a story. But if they had lost that game, that would have been what we led with.
And then your linemen, everybody else is like, man, you tied your hands behind your back. What are you doing?
Exactly.
We needed those guys.
Well, but also, like, why aren't in a season that's falling apart, why aren't these guys doing the things you're supposed to do? Ends up being less of a story, but still, it's a thing. All right, we're halfway there on a Tuesday. Morning Huddle 94.1, San Antonio Sports Star.
It's almost time. Its tailgate starts tomorrow at 9 a.m. over at Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuit. Grab your pets, grab your dogs, and come out and see us all day long. We'll be live. The Morning Huddle will be live there. You can come by at 9, and from that point on, all the way through the Blitz, there's going to be a tailgate. We're going to have an open house for your pets. Come out and see what Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuit is. It's just a hop, skip, and a jump away from the airport. As the holiday activities are around the corner, you need a place for your dogs to stay. Well, I highly recommend Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuit. That's where my 2 dogs go, and they absolutely adore it. But I want you to see it for yourself. Come by and see us tomorrow. We're going to have plenty of treats for the dogs, plenty of treats for you, and a chance for you to see the best pet resort in all of San Antonio. Again, tomorrow. That's Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuit, just outside of 1604 on 35, right next to Gilman. We're going to be there all day. It won't be any fun unless you come out and see us. Again, that's Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuit tomorrow. The Blitz live in the afternoon, the Morning Huddle live in the morning, and everything in between. Come see us tomorrow. Bring your pets, and you'll have your brand new pet resort for your babies as the holiday season comes. Hey, we'll see you tomorrow.
Hear that? It's holiday cheer arriving at Ulta Beauty with gifts for everyone on your list. Treat them to fan-favorite gift sets from Charlotte Tilbury and Peach & Lily. Go all out with timeless fragrances from YSL, Ariana Grande, and Carolina Herrera. And you can never go wrong with an Ulta Beauty gift card. Head to Ulta Beauty for gifts that make the holidays brighter and even more beautiful. Ulta Beauty. Gifting happens here.
Houston versus Buffalo on Thursday Night Football. And, of course, the Blitz will be at the best spot with our friends from Flight by Yingling. Pre-game with us at the Anchor Bar in 1604 near I-10 from 2 to 6. Then stick around and watch the game.
Flight will be on special, and you know they will have some great prizes, including those cool backpack coolers. That's this Thursday, the Blitz live at the Anchor Bar on 1604 at Military, leading up to Houston against Buffalo.
Hello, my name is Jason Thompson. I'm an attorney here in San Antonio, and since 1994, I've been representing people and families seriously injured by negligent drivers. I think everyone knows that driving while using a cell phone, texting, posting videos is dangerous. Study after study shows that use of a cell phone like this is the same or worse than driving under the influence. Yet, many people insist on using their cell phones while driving. I've had many cases where my client was injured by one of these people because they chose to use their cell phone. Who are these people? You and I have both seen them, probably today. Men, women, old, young, minivan drivers, truck drivers, 18-wheeler drivers. I know this. The same person that chooses to use their cell phone while driving is the same person who will lie about it later just to avoid taking responsibility. If you choose to use a cell phone while driving and hurt someone, you'd better hope they don't call me. If you or a family member has been injured in a vehicle collision, call me. Jason Thompson, 210-900-0400. That's 210-900-0400.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Hi, I'm Chuck McDowell, the timeshare cancellation guy. In 2011, I founded Wesley Financial Group with one goal in mind: to help honest folks out of their timeshares permanently. Today, I run Wesley with my two sons, a real family business, treating every client and every employee like we'd want our own family treated. That philosophy has helped us grow into the largest, most trusted timeshare cancellation company in the United States. Fortune magazine even recognized us as one of the best places to work. Why? Because we genuinely care. In fact, some of our former clients were so moved by their experience working with us, they joined our team so they could help others to timeshare freedom. If you're stuck in a timeshare, give us a call. Let our family help your family.
Call Wesley now for your free timeshare exit kit. 800-939-1331. That's 800-939-1331. 800-939-1331.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. We did clear that trouble spot on 1604 northbound at New Gilbo. That wreck is cleared. 1604 westbound, 35 to Blanco Road, about a 10-minute ride. 90 eastbound from FM 471 to Loop 410. Earlier accident did clear, still noticing some delays through the area. And on 35 northeast side of town, Schertz area. 35 southbound FM 1103 on down to 410, about a 15-minute commute. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
1, 2, 3, Cowboys! South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Sunday afternoon at 3:25. The Cowboys take on the defending Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles at home. Pre-game at 2:30. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, the Davis Law Firm, Hornitos Tequila, Connecticut, and Jim B. You like that? How about them Cowboys? 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. San Antonio Sports Center.
In an emotional win, the Dallas Cowboys beat the Las Vegas Raiders 33-16 behind Dak Prescott's 4 touchdown passes. New defensive tackle Quinnen Williams added a sack and a half in the win. Tough news for the San Antonio Spurs as they return to action tonight against the Grizzlies. Victor Wembanyama, after a MRI, was diagnosed with a calf strain. He'll be out for weeks, according to ESPN NBA insider Shams Charania. The Grizzlies will be without Ja Morant, who is also dealing with a, quote, calf strain. If you're looking for something to do this morning, the UTSA Roadrunners hit the court to take on Southwestern Christian at the Convocation Center. The tip will be 11 o'clock a.m. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hey now, 8:03 on the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Hey, Edwin, do we have our results from the Stat is Right?
I have to look it up. I forgot about that.
You forgot. There's somebody out there who wants to know.
We know.
I don't think Brock Bowers had a great game yesterday, but I'll see.
But he's warming up.
Yeah. He did not put up, 300 yards.
Luckily, I didn't need him fantasy-wise. But we care not about Brock Bowers.
I don't know, seven catches, 70 yards. I'd say that's a pretty good day.
And part of this is, and I think this is actually worthy of an entire segment, is this season and over the last 3, and I don't think there's any reason why it's corresponding, but there is some causational evidence that once Kittle demanded or decided that there was a National Tight End Day, tight ends have made a leap forward in value in the NFL over the last 4 years, the likes of which I can't remember how long, if ever, how important the tight end has been across the league. If it's a good team, they got a good tight end.
Yeah. Well, and the Raiders have a good tight end.
Well, I mean, even bad teams have a good tight end. But think about what a no-name tight end from Green Bay, what he meant to that team.
Tucker Kraft.
And look at what even Bowers meant to the Raiders when he was gone. I mean, his absence was greatly felt. They've been terrible. At least he showed up something. It's really interesting how defensive coordinators, when they emphasize something, always open a side door. And there's always a position that's left open to have a great year. For a couple of years, it turned into running back when it was devalued a couple of years ago, and suddenly the ones that had him and paid him were successful. And I now think that the tight end market is flooded with great players.
Well, let's just say the thing that everybody else is thinking. When
Rodney Hells is our winner, by the way, 83 yards.
Okay.
There we go.
Congratulations. You like how right when I said, let's just say the thing that everybody's thinking, that's right when he jumped into it. Like, I was about to make this really poignant thought. Edwin said, now's my chance. Now's my chance. He wasn't going to wait for a dead moment. He said,
our winner.
I said, here, let's just say out loud what everybody was thinking. And then Edwin jumped in with the winner right then. That was at that moment.
Timing, man. So you were interrupted.
I was, but
sorry.
What everybody's thinking when they see Brock Bowers is, there's no way that guy is 22 years old.
Oh, dude, no kidding.
He looks like he's 40.
He must have looked. What did you think he looked like when he was 16?
It's crazy.
He walked around with his birth certificate. He had it on him at all times. You ain't 16.
I saw Brock Bowers warming up before the game, like he was like doing his leg raises and stuff. I was like, is that their punter? I was a little far away from the TV, and then it did a close up. I said, "Oh, that's Brock." Yeah, Brock Bowers looks like a middle-aged dad.
He grew up on a. Is he from Georgia? Is he from that part of the world?
I think he's from California.
California, really?
But yeah, he is 22 years old.
He is built like, I mean, everything about him was built to be football. Everything about him, from his toes to his forehead, is football.
To his hairline.
Yeah, his football.
If you told me that he was one of the coaches, like if he put on a coach's outfit, I'd be like, yeah, that makes sense. I mean,
coach?
It could be anything. But if you, when you look at him, the last thing you think is, this is probably the best tight end in the world.
No, but he's 6'6" and carved from granite. But the neck up, he does look like a coach. Yeah, I guarantee you, within a year of retirement, he'll have a big old pot belly. He's destined. It's just genetic.
Yeah, for sure. That's what he looks like. That guy looks like he stands out in the alley with Hank Hill. Yep. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
He is perfect for this organization.
Yeah, he is.
They got two dudes that are born to be Raiders. They've got one on both sides of the ball. They just need to add some more.
Well, they just need someone who can throw a football would help. That would help quite a bit. I think.
Don't ask for the world, AJ.
I mean, you're not as greedy as I am. A little bit more about that game last night. Here was Shoddy. He was talking about the new boys, Quinn Williams and Logan Wilson, how they looked in their first game.
He's such a great guy, man. I think I shared with you guys on the conference call the other day, for him and Logan both to come into a situation like this, where they're just trying to get to know everybody. And then, of course, tragedy hits. His demeanor never changed. His professionalism never changed. He's a man of faith, a man of, high values and just an incredible teammate. And the guys took to him. Not surprised, both those guys. They took to both he and Logan. And Q's really good. He's really a good football player. We should keep him.
Yeah, we should keep him.
I think Troy had a bless his heart moment last night when they were talking about the trade. And Troy said, Logan Wilson, his biggest contribution to the Cowboys is going to be in the locker room. he's a leader. That's a bless your heart.
That is a weird thing to say.
His biggest contribution, man, we're just happy to have him because it's more about the locker room.
Yeah.
We kind of need him for an hour a week out on the field. The other 49, I'm down, but we kind of need him on the field. I thought that's why we made the move, not for a leader. But, it's nice to have one, of course. But what a backhanded bless his heart moment that was.
Yeah. Now, Kenny Clark, they need him in the locker room.
For an entirely different reason.
Yeah, on the field, that'd be nice, but we really need him in the locker room.
Let's just say we wish he was a better leader. That way he could contribute to the team, if you know what I mean.
We need something. Jose says Bowers needs to let it go and shave that head.
He does.
It'd be the best look for him, honestly. He'd look cool with a shaved head. It'd be okay.
I'm kind of surprised it's not, to be honest with you.
Honestly, his hairline is the way that mine started to disappear. And as soon as I woke up and I looked in the mirror one day and I said, I got to get rid of this. I can't look like this because when you hold on to that hair,
sometimes you can't let it go.
It makes you look older than you need to look.
You've gone too far, and then you think, well, if I change now, everybody will notice. And everybody's like, no, we knew.
I started shaving my head and I immediately looked 10 years younger. It's.
And just for general time, in football, you'd save time. You don't have to wash your hair all the time. It just seems like what a great benefit.
Man.
Helmets fit snugger.
Oh, yeah. And maybe that's what he's using his hair as, like a guardian cap.
Maybe it's that one.
He's protecting against CTE.
Doesn't he wear I think he wears that. He wears the
guardian cap,
the kind of thing on his head while he's playing. So I didn't know he was that.
He's very conscious about it.
I didn't know he had a driveway.
It's not so much a drive. It's more like the cul-de-sac.
The cul-de-sac.
Yeah.
The cul-de-sac.
Yeah.
I didn't know he had that.
Yeah, he's got it. He's got
for
it.
him.
Yeah. Well, it's not good for him.
I'd trade. I'd take that body and that hair. You can have all this.
Oh.
You get every bit of this.
See, it says Kenny Clark and Richardson looked good last night, though. No, Kenny Clark did play a decent game last night.
He's not getting double teamed, that's for sure.
It was like his first decent game of the year, though. Let's face it. Kenny Clark has been objectively bad.
Yes, without hesitation.
So, he did play a good game last night. So I should give credit where it's due. But again, let's rewind and go. It was the Raiders.
Yeah, you can't fall off the floor, and it was the Raiders.
It was the Raiders. Remember. Man, if you have your best game of the year against the Raiders, I'm going to automatically question it. I can tell you that now. That's what I'm going to do.
It's true. If your previous best game was the Jets and then you showed up against the Raiders, you are just good enough.
And
that's it.
You know what? You know who I've got real questions about? Ashton Genty. Because you have your worst game of the year against the Cowboys?
Yeah, I know.
I got real questions, Bubba. I got it. What is going on here?
It's unfortunate that this guy's gotten lost because you can see the skill. You can see the explosion. He just is surrounded. And there's no commitment to it either. He's not even allowed to hit the rock. 8 carries, 6 carries. They don't trust you, and maybe they know more than we do. But that's a wholly wasted draft pick.
But this is why even though Ashton Genty is a good player, and I'm not saying Ashton Genty's not a good player.
Well, I hope he is.
Even though Ashton Genty's a good player, it was a horrific draft choice by the Raiders.
It was. If you're going to do that, use it. Commit.
You drafting a running back in what was he, 6th?
He's the cautionary tale.
If you're a good team and something happened and you missed your quarterback, if the Bengals draft a running back in the top 5, I'd be like, okay, well, they've got some talent. There's some real hope there. If you are a disastrous franchise and your roster is bereft of real talent, the last thing you need is a running back in the top 10. Yeah. That's putting spinny rims on a dart. A Plymouth Dart and going, yeah, man, this is going to look great. No, it's not. Your transmission's falling off. It's a disaster. And you're like, Yeah, but I'm going to have those spinny rims.
It struck me that I kind of need to recuse myself from this argument because I would have drafted Genty. I would have. I at the Raiders spot, I would have. And I know that I'm wrong. I am the guy that puts the spinners on the Dodge Dart. That guy, I wouldn't have been able to get past him. Because look at the film. Look at him run on that blue field. He's really, really good.
No offensive line, no secondary. They need all these things. Geno Smith is your quarterback, and you're like, yeah, you know what'll fix us? A running back.
Look at my fantasy roster. If you'd have seen how I draft fantasy-wise, Ashton Genty would have been a mumbo king. I can't let that shiny toy get past me. I really can't. And I was about to really blow the Raiders up for not being intelligent, but the fact is,
that's what
I
you
would have
done.
drafted him and gone and high-fived on my way out and said, I'll show you.
Yeah. I was thinking, man, and you remember like Alexander Madison and Amir Abdullah, their running back situation was dire, but you can just find guys. Like, the Cowboys just found Javonte Williams laying around.
Yeah, but before that, they had to go through a Pollard and a Dowdle that they evidently didn't tap the full spectrum of skill, but they had to find some duds first.
But just find one. Find one. Don't.
Yeah, but he looked so good. He's fast and strong. From Texas.
Top 10 pick. Come on, man.
Top 5, wasn't it?
Come on.
I am one to talk. I would have drafted him.
Yeah, Joe says Bengals O-line's just as bad as Vegas when you're drafting Genty for a block. Yeah, you're right. The Bengals were a bad choice. I was just trying to think of a team that's got some kind of talent on their roster. The Bengals can't. They wouldn't either. But
that's why.
That's why most teams should never take a running back in the top 10 or whatever. It's just if you're drafting in the top 10, running back isn't going to fix you.
But he could have been Barry Sanders.
No. Yeah, sure he could have been.
Never know.
The next Barry Sanders is always right around the corner. That's one thing I've learned. Yeah.
You have to draft. You never know. You got to swing for the fences.
It could be Travis Etienne.
In fact, I think they wear the same number. He might very well be Etienne.
All right.
Which I'd have drafted too.
Of course you would have. Yeah. You're a running back in the top 10 guy.
Boy.
You're a running back in the top 10 kind of guy. I am like never, ever, ever. There's been like 2 times in my life that I've been like, okay, I could see that. And I think I'm like 1 for 2 on them because one of them was Adrian Peterson and the other one was Todd Gurley. Because I was like, oh, Todd Gurley's so great. I was like, I could see it didn't work.
Well, injuries. You were right on both of them.
But they always get hurt. Running backs, that's what they do. They get hurt.
But Gurley earlier than expected. But you were right on both of them. I'd have drafted them too.
Yeah.
Because they were, and I always think that guys that touch the ball to me take precedence, and that's why I would be a terrible football GM.
Yeah.
I admit it. I think it's easy to do.
But now you're built to run a fantasy roster.
Well, even those
but
I don't seem to be very good at.
A real life NFL roster, I don't want you anything to do with it.
Well, I could work for the Raiders.
All right. Claymore says hard to know what Genty is running behind a Raiders O-line, guys. That's the whole point.
That's what I'm
trying to say. It
was too. You don't do that.
You could have gotten there. I think there were like 3 offensive linemen that went in the first or in the top 10 or 12 right after him. That you could have gotten one of those guys that you can build. Then when everything's in place, then draft a running back in round 3.
Or you do what the Cowboys do and go find one that's been proven, that's coming back from injury or whatever, that's been cast off, that you know is capable. He's an NFL football player. That's how you do it.
If your offensive line is that bad, you just don't draft a running back in round 1.
But Ashton's so fast. Did you see his measurables? He is lightning quick. He opens the door for his mom. He's got a pretty girlfriend. He got everything you need.
That is Raiders 101. Like, oh, man, he runs real fast.
See how fast he is?
You see his 40 time? We got to have.
Man, I could harness that.
We got to have.
And wait till I give him a quarterback.
Yeah. Oh, did you?
Seen this Geno guy?
Man, did you see? You see this? Man, we saw a quarterback throw from his knees, 60 yards from his knees.
Geno.
It's like, okay, yeah, Jamarcus Russell can throw 60 yards from his knees.
You see that, though?
How does that skill translate to football?
Oh, we got to play. We didn't realize that you're not allowed to throw from your knees in the NFL.
No, you've got to stand, and that's
I wasn't informed of that.
And
during the draft process.
There's going to be 21 other players on the field when he's out there too.
Then why did he get on his knees and throw the ball?
I don't know. But I mean, it was. You saw it.
It was legal.
You saw it. We had to take.
And we have this play where the receiver actually runs out of the stadium and catches it on the other side. But then we come to find out that's out of bounds.
That's out of bounds.
Well, what's the point of throwing the ball over the stadium?
Yeah, give me a break.
I don't get the whole scouting process at all.
All right, we'll be back. Morning Huddle 94.1.
The Institute for Functional Health and Dr. Jacob Torres is, in fact, my medical doctor. I first walked into the IFF in their beautiful office down there in McCullough, right downtown. The first office I walked in Ashby about 10 years ago. Didn't know what to expect. I just knew I was tired of feeling the way that I did. I was way overweight and everything that goes along with it. And if you're overweight, you know what I'm talking about. From the sore joints, the knees, and the ankles, to the constant tiredness, to the constant hunger, and everything that goes along with not looking or feeling the way you want. Dr. Torres convinced me that I could do it, and I think that was the most significant stumbling block. I'm not sure I believed that I could lose weight. I'm probably like you. Tried a couple times and failed and figured, I'm heavier now than when I started. Well, Dr. Torres not only put together a program that made me successful, it made me think that I would be successful, and that mattered. And I started to see results, and before you knew it, I was losing weight, and I wasn't miserable. I want that for you. If you're not in for the shots or the expense of all the fancy new stuff, and you want to do it on your own and do something that you can maintain for the rest of your healthy life, I want you to call Dr. Torres today. The number is 210-468-1891. His website is iffhealth.com. It is a valuable resource. You can even schedule your appointment from there. But trust me, if you think you can do it, you can. And if you don't, you probably can't. Call Dr. Torres because he believes you can, and you'll believe it before you know it. He will change your life, and when he does, come on by and thank me later.
1, 2, 3, Cowboys! South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Sunday afternoon at 3:25. The Cowboys take on the defending Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles at home. Pre-game at 2:30. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, the Davis Law Firm, Hornitos Tequila, Connecticut, and Jim Beam. You like that? How about them Cowboys? 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
Guys, you've heard of TRT, but you have no idea what testosterone can do for you. Once you start treatment, you'll wish you had done it sooner. All the guys I know that go to Synergenics and Low T Center for TRT love it. The TRT test is free, not hundreds of dollars. The testo is pure, not compounded. Guys feel full of energy, not like they're still waiting for it to kick in. Get in now for your free TRT test. No appointment necessary before 10 a.m. or book ahead at fixmylowt.com.
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm, how can I help?
Hi, I got hurt in a wreck, but I don't know if it's really worth getting an attorney.
Don't worry, you called the right place.
I'm Jeff Davis. At Davis Law Firm, we're here for you 24/7, and you don't pay unless we win. We recently secured a jury verdict for $210 million in a wrongful death case. So if you've been hurt, call us at 444-4444.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
Progressive knows there are some surprisingly expensive things in life, like frames. Because you found a classic 70s concert poster. But when you went to get it framed, you realized the frame will cost about 4 times the amount of the poster. Which is actually absurd because no one will be looking at the frame, and if they are, then you severely overestimated how cool this poster is. But then you remember by switching your home and auto to Progressive, you could save hundreds and put it towards a classic 70s concert poster in an absurdly overpriced frame. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states.
I can't believe how spotless my floors look after using the Swiffer Power Mop. No more dragging around a heavy mop and messy bucket. Now I get the same deep clean without all the work. Thanks to the powerful solution and scrubbing pad of the Swiffer Power Mop, dirt and grime don't stand a chance, and I don't break a sweat. Mic drop. Mop drop.
Swiffer Power Mop. Swiffer Power Mop.
A smarter way to mop. Try it or your money back.
Byers Barricades is proud to provide traffic control, rental, and sales for work zones and events in the San Antonio area and beyond. Byers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. Learn more online at byersbarricades.com. That's byersbarricades.com.
Let me ask you a question. Is your roof ready for anything? Well, Stevens Roofing, a locally owned company, has been serving our community for decades. Whether it's a commercial project or residential, or repairing your old roof, or maybe installing a new one, they've got you covered. And now Stevens offers solar. Stevens Solar Solutions can save you money and energy. Stevens Roofing, quality craftsmanship, solar solutions, and local expertise under one roof. Call 210-785-0994 or go to stevensroofing.net.
You're locked on the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
It's showtime.
Good morning, everybody. CBS Sports did their mock draft for next season. And this is actually the current draft order after Week 11 now.
We're getting close to setting in stone.
Tennessee's got to feel good about their chances.
I think they're comfortably number one.
It's going to be real hard to knock them out of that position.
The Jets are willing to give them a run for their money.
It's got the Titans taking Reuben Bain, who's the edge rusher from Miami. The Titans' best move is to trade out of the first pick and try and get as many picks as they can get because they've got nothing.
Well, I've always been a firm proponent of that. If I absolutely trust my general manager, he's got to find some diamonds. It's really easy for the rank bad GM guys like me who draft running backs in the top 10 to draft the best player. Just get the best dude. That's the easy out. But to trade down and to have to go get, find the talent that fits you, that's true GMsmanship. And as an owner, there's not a lot of GMs I trust to do that. I'm honest.
Well, and in hindsight, they would have been much better off last year had they traded down.
Absolutely.
But, of course, now they'd be looking for a quarterback this year, which –
I think they still are.
But at least they'd have some pieces to put in front of him or around him or whoever the next guy they draft is. Instead, they just threw a quarterback who I don't think was a number one caliber pick. Probably shouldn't have been a first round pick. And they put him on a roster that just has no talent. And he was hopeless from the beginning.
Louis Riddick, the ESPN guy, who's done work in the front office for a lot of places. I never knew how to put it into words until he put it into words. I guess I first heard him say it about 4 years ago, was you build a football team inside out, front to back.
Yeah.
And I always talked about you draft linemen. You get your front seven. You build your football team inside out and front to back. And by that definition, quarterback's on the inside, but he's not your first pick. You got to have a center and a couple of guards and some tackles before you feel comfortable with the quarterback, and then the quarterback can be comfortable. And then you look at your wide receivers, and then you look at your running backs and all that. It was put into that kind of sentence, and I think if you just put that on your door as a general manager, that this is how I'm going to operate, you'll be successful.
Well, also, I mean, that you're right. That's a good philosophy, but also I subscribe to the philosophy of if you don't have a quarterback, you can never be good.
Exactly.
And the Titans were looking at it like that, but the problem is last year was a really bad quarterback class.
Then you don't draft
they
a
reached.
You have to, and I don't know, given the formula for the NFL, that as a general manager, as a coach, as an owner, you can do that.
Yeah.
I don't think that you're allowed. I think it's your turn. You have to go get the quarterback. Those are the rules. And I think as many of us look at it and go, this is dumb. It's such a reach. But I think it's such an endemic thing in the Super Bowl that you cannot win unless you have a quarterback, that it's just you will cut off your nose to spite your face. You'll do everything wrong just to get the quarterback.
Number 2, Peter Woods.
So who's this?
This is the Clemson defensive tackle for the Giants.
So, okay.
Which the Giants, who have great pass rushers, yet somehow have a horrific front seven because they can't stop the run. It's not a bad play. I don't think it's a bad play.
I don't know. The reason I brought that up was I thought Clemson had been an absolute
Oh, they are. They're bad
defensively,
but they have good players, obviously, because they're
at least they have one.
Yeah. Third pick, Cleveland Browns, Ty Simpson, quarterback, Alabama.
Mistake. Don't. What are you doing? It's a mistake.
Well, Cleveland is one of these because Cleveland's defense is elite.
Yeah.
You could make a real argument that Cleveland, if they had mediocre quarterback play, they could be something.
I'm not saying don't draft a quarterback.
You're saying don't draft Ty Simpson?
Don't draft a quarterback there.
Oh.
Get somebody that's going to be on your team for 12 years. Get a linchpin. I don't care what that is. It ain't going to be quarterback.
Yeah, I don't hate the Browns drafting a quarterback because I mean,
good money after bad, man.
You can't go into a season with Shedeur Sanders and Dylan Gabriel.
I'm not saying do that. I'm just saying that number 4 or 5, you could probably get if you do your due diligence, a boring, solid draft pick.
Yeah, but I think the Browns, like when you look at the Browns, like I said, elite defense, pretty solid offensive line. Like,
if you can tell me that, I will say go get some skill. And again, I'm the guy that takes the shiny toy.
The Browns probably more than anybody.
The
Browns probably more than any team in the league are bad exclusively because of their quarterback.
Well, they're not going to get better because of this quarterback next year.
No, it won't be immediate, certainly.
But so with that in mind, you obviously don't have a very good eye for drafting quarterbacks. You drafted, the last several haven't worked. Maybe you should let somebody else try them out and you take a cast off and go get somebody that'll be around for 10 years.
The worst thing you can tell a young quarterback is you're going to be drafted by the Browns or the Jets.
Nightmare.
No matter how good you are in real life, you're probably screwed.
I will accept that. If it wasn't Preston, which I'm not, I like him as far as he's a winner. I'm not sure he has every physical tool on top of that.
I know he can throw it deep.
He can. And he's a little smaller than I thought, but I won't quibble. If they need a quarterback and you agree with it, I'm in. But I would certainly make sure that every other position that of need, and left tackle, edge rusher, all that is certainly filled with plan A and plan B before I drafted another quarterback that high.
Saints go Jordan Tyson, wide receiver from Arizona State.
Is he the best one in the country?
Probably. He's the best one that is draft eligible.
Ohio State can't come out. Okay.
Neither can Ryan Williams can't, and a couple guys who are really good. You're too young to come out. Fifth pick, Jets, Fernando Mendoza, Indiana quarterback.
Yeah.
Again, the Jets. Sorry, bro.
I know, but at least this dude has years under his belt.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? At least this dude's going to be Bo Nix-ish in that he's been through a couple of systems. He's won in 2 different places. He's the best possible for them. I don't have a problem with this pick.
Arvell Reese, linebacker from Ohio State, to the Raiders.
Sure.
Carnell Tate, Ohio State wide receiver, to the Commanders. The Rams go Ohio State. Caleb Downs, safety from Ohio State.
He's good.
This is the other thing. I totally forgot about this. This is the Rams with the 8th pick because the Rams own the Falcons pick.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the Falcons are such a mess. I mean, of all the years to have, the Falcons desperately need some help, and they don't have that. That's crazy. Jeremiah Love.
There he is.
Cincinnati Bengals, pick 9. If Jeremiah Love doesn't play defense, I don't think.
See, my first gut was, yeah.
But you know what?
My gut was,
But you know what? The Bengals keep drafting defense, and they keep not being good.
I personally, again, I don't want to get fallen into that shiny toy, but I look at that offense and go, you add that? You add the play action to this? Oh, my goodness.
Arizona, Chris Brazell, Tennessee wide receiver at pick 10. Spencer Fano, a offensive lineman from Utah, to the Dolphins at 11. Jermod McCoy, a corner from Tennessee, to the Vikings at 12. And the 13th pick, the Dallas Cowboys. David Bailey, Texas Tech, pass rusher.
All right.
I don't hate that at all.
No, I'm not against that.
That'd end up being a pretty good pick, I think.
I'm surprised it wasn't that linebacker that gets all the press.
Well, I mean, I think what you're talking about.
AJ, I'm going to qualify this. I don't know these guys. When you just tell me position, you go, you can tell me any name and say edge rusher. And I go, okay, that makes sense. Because I don't know what the combines are going to look like, but I think of these more as this is a skill set that they're obviously chasing.
David Bailey leads the country in quarterback pressures.
I'm down. You tell me edge rusher? Yeah, after the name, I'll trust the scouting after
that. Ravens go D tackle. Chiefs go O tackle. Texans offensive line.
No. That's why these teams are in the mix.
Panthers offensive line, Lions offensive line, Bucks linebacker, Browns second pick that they've got from Jacksonville offensive line, Steelers cornerback, Chargers defensive line, Ohio State, shocker, 49ers edge rusher from Clemson also, Cowboys with their Packers pick, another Ohio State player, Sonny Styles, linebacker, Ohio State.
There's the linebacker, all right.
Good. I mean, linebacker's another. It's nice to have him. It's a nice luxury to have, but
he better be good. If
he
you're
better
draft
be
him
real
that
good.
High. Okay, let's look. So far, I've heard a lot of Ohio State names, and I'm kind of taking this list and applying it to other things. So Texas doesn't have you haven't seen a first round draft pick coming up?
I don't think I've seen one.
Have you seen one from A&M?
No, but A&M does have one coming up.
Is it probably the edge rusher?
No.
Offensive lineman?
And he would go. So it's after that one, it's Bears at 25, go offensive line, Alabama, Caden Proctor.
Yeah.
The Buffalo Bills at 26 from Texas A&M,
wide receiver,
KC Concepcion.
That would be a good pick.
Yeah, he's little, but man, he's a playmaker, bro.
I'm just talking about for Josh Allen's sake. Give him some help.
Give him something. Defensive line, Georgia to the Seahawks. Wide receiver to the Jets. Mekhi Lemon from USC.
Mm-hmm.
Jake Golday, the linebacker from Cincinnati to the Rams. Offensive line for the Patriots. Tight end, Kenyon Sadiq from Oregon to the Eagles. And the Denver Broncos, Denzel Boston, the wide receiver. So there you go. That's your first, as the standings sit now.
But we're about to lock into these standings. We're at least the top 4 or 5.
Here's what I'm going to tell you. The Denver Broncos will not be picking 32nd in the draft. You write that down in your notebook.
So CBS has them winning the Super Bowl?
No, it's just based on current standings.
Best, okay.
Current standings.
Best record at the end of the year? Okay.
Yeah. But I can assure you, the Denver Broncos will not be picking 32nd in April.
So the Rams are messing around with a Falcon pick? Are you kidding me?
The rich get richer. The rich get well. I mean, it looks like that the Cowboys pick from the Packers isn't going to be a bad pick.
No, it's actually turning out okay.
The Packers are one of those teams that keep winning games despite the fact that I don't think they're very good, which is unfortunate for a Cowboy fan. You'd like them to just lose the games you're supposed to lose. But at least they've got a tie, so that helps.
Yeah.
Wonder who they tied
we keep
with.
Telling ourselves that.
All right, I'm going to give away some tickets to the Black Label Society show on the other side. We've got our Stat is Right game coming up today as well. We've got to qualify our second contestant for that. So you can go see the Kansas City Chiefs on Thanksgiving Day.
Huge.
Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Ewald Kubota.
Oh, there it is. I was looking at the list. I get verklempt. 'Tis the season, guys. If you've seen those beautiful tractors around, I live out on some country, and when I see the Ewald tractor sitting on a barn, I know that there's work getting done because Ewald's always starting. They're always there for you, just like Ewald himself. John Ewald, when you go buy any of the Ewalds around South Texas, you're going to know one thing for sure, that they treat their customers like family, and that's a big old family. They know that first purchase, that first buy, that first rental is just the beginning of a relationship that they're going to want to keep for years. And how do they do that? Well, they're always there for you. Whether you're renting something and you got parts required, you can order them online. Heck, they'll bring them out to you. No reasonable offer is ever refused. And, man, the specials that the Ewald name, and when you add it to Kubota, you're just not going to get a better deal. And now the things that are on special, the things you need. If it's time to get to work on your property, you need a new tractor, great financing on the best tractors you're going to find for your bit of property. Maybe you got some industrial work heading in and you don't want to buy it, but you need to use it. Hey, call them. One call solves all your problems. They'll deliver it. They'll pick it up. You got parts issues. They got them in-house. You can order online. I'm talking about service from front to back. The relationship will last. Trust me. The Ewald name matters down here in South Texas. If you're looking for an LTV, you're looking for something to get to your blind back and forth, something strong enough to carry that big old lunker buck and also carry the corn out to where it needs to be, and great financing to go along with it, the Ewald LTVs are the best on the market. They've got all the bells and whistles as well, and great financing. If it's time to start baling your hay and cutting it, they've got financing deals, and they're going to double your warranty on those. What I'm getting at is if you need it, they got it. Head over to Ewald Kubota today. I'm so proud to say it, from the Texas coast to the Texas Hill Country. Ewald Kubota, well, they're mine, and they're definitely your Kubota dealer.
94.1 San Antonio. From News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. As you head into your commute, we're pretty much slowing down all over the place. 1604 northbound, Calabar to Hausman, almost a 20-minute commute. About 10-12 minutes, 1604 westbound, 35 over the Blankville Road. On 90 eastbound between FM 471 and Loop 410, that's still rolling slowly. Had an earlier accident in the area that did clear, so this is a slow residual delay. 35 southbound Schertz Parkway on down to 410 should take you about 10 minutes to get through. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star and AARP Texas are sending Cowboy fans to Jerry World to see America's team play all season long. How do you get in on the action? Head to sasportstar.com now and register to win. sasportstar.com. Live it up with the boys in the Big D from AARP Texas and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
Mellow Mushroom has the best pizza in San Antonio. Mellow delivers the best pizza experience with their delicious dough, premium ingredients, and unique flavors. Delivering a higher order of pizza is the standard. If Mellow can make a pizza this delicious, imagine what they can do with munchies, greens, calzones, and burgers. Mellow Mushroom has San Antonio's best happy hour with food specials and half-off adult beverages. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 and Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom.
Find great savings at our Red Tag sales event at North Park Chevy in Castroville. Get $15,000 off MSRP on the new 2025 Silverado 1500s. Save $10,000 off MSRP on the new 2025 Silverado Heavy Duty. Buy a new 2026 Equinox for the low price of $24,999. Or get a 2026 Traverse for $36,999. Together, let's drive North Park Chevrolet by Loop 410 in Castroville or at npchevy.com.
Must qualify. Call 830-355-2107 for full price and offer details.
This report is sponsored by eBay.
So I was on eBay because I'm absolutely obsessed
with this rare hologram trading card. Shiny like the
designer handbag of my dreams. eBay had it. They even had
the perfect parts that fit my car.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay.
Thomas J. Henry Law fights even when the insurance company says your claim is worth nothing. Thomas J. Henry doesn't back down. That's how we put over $1 billion in our clients' pockets in just the last 4 years. Visit thomasjhenrylaw.com. Principal Office, San Antonio.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products or compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/radio to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/radio. That's hims.com/radio. HIMS.com/RADIO.
By texting 24700, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from J.Crew Factory. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at jcrew.com.
At J.Crew Factory, we think shopping should be fun, really fun, as in scoring our exclusive collection of classic styles for the whole family at prices that can't be beat. And today, save even more. Just text GIFTING to 24700 to receive an extra $25 off your purchase of $75 or more at your nearest J.Crew Factory store. This holiday season, discover perfect presents for you and your crew. Shop cozy matching pajamas, toasty sweaters, amazing outerwear, festive accessories, and so much more. Get in the spirit at J.Crew Factory, where we have incredible deals every single day. Visit jcrewfactory.com to find your nearest San Antonio area store today. But first, get an extra $25 off your purchase of $75 or more when you text GIFTING to 24700. Text GIFTING to 24700 to get your $25 off coupon. That's GIFTING to 24700. See a store associate for details.
Stay warm and save money this winter with a heater tune-up from Right Home Services. Their expert techs make sure your system runs efficiently and safely. Call 210-444-0000 or visit righthomeservices.com. Get it done right.
The right stuff.
It's a little quiet on the border these days.
Illegal border crossings at an all-time low because Donald Trump and Senator John Cornyn have been fighting side by side to seal the border. Cornyn has led the charge in the Senate, funding more agents, more technology, and more miles of secure border wall, beating back Biden's border failures, taking the fight directly to the cartels. Cornyn stands with President Trump, voting with him 99% of the time, supporting Trump's nominees, confirming conservative judges who defend our Constitution, and together, Trump and Cornyn put America first. They've worked to keep our families safe and our border defended. Yep, it's quieter on the border now because real leadership gets results. Call and thank Senator John Cornyn, 713-572-3337, and tell him to keep delivering Trump's agenda. Paid for by Lone Star Freedom Project, LoneStarFreedomProject.com.
Hey, get ready to kick off the holidays tailgate style alongside your four-legged MVP. Join us at Blue Bonnet Bunkin' Biscuit in Selma on Wednesday, November the 19th from 9 to 6 p.m. for the annual holiday kickoff tailgate. They'll have great food, local vendors, music, giveaways, and fun for the entire family, including the furry ones. It's your chance to celebrate the season with the best fans in Texas, pet lovers and sports lovers alike. It's all going down at Blue Bonnet Bunkin' Biscuit in Selma on Wednesday, November the 19th from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up on The Blitz, reaction time. Cowboys, Raiders on Monday Night Football.
Everything that went on last night, we'll talk about it with Shireen Williams from Pro Football Talk. She joins at 5:15.
The Houston Texans survived the Tennessee Titans. How does Indy Kalu break that down? We'll visit with him at 3:30.
And the Wembley Spurs play tonight. We'll have a preview.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.
Hey, good morning, everybody. There is something going on now that I think warrants some discussion. The Cincinnati Bengals have opened the practice window for the window to return for Joe Burrow. I'll say this. The Bengals game this weekend, they play against the New England Patriots. To me, this game should decide if they consider bringing Joe Burrow back at all.
How much does Joe Burrow have to say in this?
If the Bengals lose to the Patriots, I'd say you've got none. I don't want to hear about it, Joe. Like
even if you want to play, you're not coming back.
No.
Okay. No, I'm not mad at this. I agree. I don't. Good money after bad. This guy's already proven to be rather fragile. He's only got so many games that he's going to be able to play for you. I get it. But on the other side of this, I want him to want to come back. You know, I want him to be told, no, you can't play. I don't want him to say, nah, this team ain't good enough for me.
I know, but it's like last year with Wemby. When that thrombosis, could he have come back? It's like because there was another guy who had thrombosis who came back pretty quick because his team was going to the playoffs.
Right.
But with Wemby, they were like, "No, we're just gonna take it easy." And it's the right thing to do. When you have a guy like that, you've got a guy who's potentially one of the best in the world. You protect them
as a fan. I
sometimes
get it.
From themselves.
As the owner, I get it. As the general manager, I get it. As a player on the Cincinnati Bengals, I don't get it. You know what I mean? If I'm on the team, man, this boat is sinking. Come save me.
Yeah.
Come save me. This sucks. And you're like, I'll see you next year. Good luck, brothers.
Yeah.
So there is some of that to me, but this is the modern league. And when you've got a golden boy like that, you just got to treat him like this. And the good news is, if I don't play, you get the opportunity for a better draft pick. Because if I do play, we're going to win a couple of games.
No doubt.
I'm going to tell you, we're going to win some games, and it'll be all for naught. It'll be stacking some stats, and maybe I'll help some of my teammates get some bonus money because of wins or yards or whatever. But at the end of the day, it'll be just about numbers and not about W's.
Yeah, and like it's good to see some fight. Like, for example, the Dolphins are showing some fight. They could have rolled over and died and gotten a better draft pick. They could be 2-9 right now, but they've won 2 games in a row. They're sitting at 4-7. and they're at least making the season respectable. They're fighting for their coach, who was probably going to get fired.
Well, that was stock coach there.
Yeah, I was going to say.
He could save his coach's job.
Zach Taylor would probably love for Joe Burrow to come back. But I don't know that it's in the best interest of the Bengals. And this week, things just got a little tougher with Jamar Chase being suspended for Spitgate. So this week, you're going to have no Jamar Chase. Presumably, you're still going to be – I think this is the last week there won't have Trey Hendrickson, and you won't have Joe Burrow. And if you do not win –
And they're in New England.
I think it's a home game.
Is it a home game? Okay.
But if you don't beat the Patriots, I think it's in your best interest to just say, you know what, that's it for this season. And quite frankly, I'd say to Trey Hendrickson too. Hey, man, best of luck to you, brother. On your way.
This is what I would do if that was the case. And I would, as the head coach, I would say, this is what we're going to do. We're not going to bring you back. I want you to come out and I want you to be furious with me. I want you to drag my name through the mud, say I don't care about winning. I want you to deflect this onto me because I'm not going to play it for your benefit, but I'm going to suffer for it. And I'll take the slings and arrows. But I want you to come out for your players' side psyche, for your fan psyche. I want them to believe that you were kept out, not that you chose to opt out. And if we do that, then I'll go on and probably get fired. Or it might give him a little bit of a leeway, like I still never had my dude. I mean, it might be a protective move, but I think that the move afoot is that he is not going to be there next year.
But if Joe Burrow or if the Bengals do find a way this weekend, and you know what?
It's possible.
It is very possible. Like the Patriots are so it's a home game. The Bengals are desperate. The Patriots are probably fat and happy. They probably feel like they can take a breath.
And they're a young team that can
absolutely.
give you a mistake.
So it's not out of the realm, but if they don't, now what's the point? The upcoming schedule, and now this is where if you get through this game and you get Joe Burrow back,
you could ruin some seasons.
Ravens, Bills, Ravens. That's your next 3 games. Having Joe Burrow with those would be great if you got a chance to win. But if you don't have a chance to make the playoffs, why would you rush him back?
Right.
For Ravens, Bills, Ravens.
I can't see this happening. I can't see them playing him. I just don't see the benefit here, other than if you just are really trying to wreck a schedule. I think that they might be able to beat the Ravens once, and they could wreck the Ravens. They might be able to wreck the Bills. But even 2 wins doesn't do you any good. I mean, even if you do take 2 out of these 3, you're risking long-term with your quarterback. I hate when professionalism gets in the way of sport. But this is professionalism. You know what I mean? This is the professional correct move. And it's not the fans' move, but you gotta do it.
It's a long-term investment.
It is
what you've got in this guy.
And what I always tell everybody is you forget that when you see Joe Burrow, you see a great football player. When Mike Brown sees Joe Burrow, he sees $250 million walking around.
That's what I would see, too.
Like, the great football player be damned. Just like a racehorse, that's $250 million of flesh walking around, and I can't afford for anything to happen to that.
Because we see what the Bengals are without Joe Burrow. And if for God forbid, Joe Burrow's out again next season, there's nothing in the world that will change what the Bengals are without Joe Burrow.
And the ripple effect, it hits me right in the pocketbook. Ticket sales, TV, all that. Jersey sales, I don't get any of that if he ain't playing.
Yeah. I mean, how excited would you, if you're a Bengals fan, how excited would you be going into next season if Joe Burrow's still rehabbing?
Or on the other side, you draft appropriately, he's fresh and ready to go. You finally get your defensive lineman healthy, and everything is bright, shiny, and new. You just got to get through this year, and the pain is such. And I think the scapegoat in this is Zach Taylor just going to be gone, good, bad, or indifferent.
But on the other note, if you're Joe Burrow, your reputation is now becoming, this dude doesn't play all that often. And that's not, nobody wants to be known as the guy who is hardly ever out on the field. And this would be the this is already the 3rd season where he's missed massive amounts of time.
And you've got Chase, who ain't playing this week but does play. You've got two wide receivers that need balls. They're here to catch footballs, and they got nobody to deliver it to them. So you might have them call and say, I don't know about winning and losing. I know the production needs to be here. I got long term to think about. I want to be one of the greats of all time, and I don't got a quarterback that can get me the ball.
And I understand it, again, if you've got a chance to get to the playoffs and you've got a guy like Joe Burrow, you take the chance. Like, I get it. But a loss this weekend, I think would, I don't know, I mean, it probably wouldn't mathematically eliminate them, but in real life, it eliminates you.
They're
like, so, and quite frankly, if you win this weekend, you're still 4-7. It's still, you got a long hill to climb. But if you said, Joe Burrow take over at 4-7, and you told me 9-8 could maybe get you into the playoff, I'd go, okay, there's a world where I could see it.
I read the room. I think that, if Pittsburgh hadn't started to improve on defense, it would have made a little bit easier decision. And if Baltimore would have lost one or two of those games, it would have made a little bit easier decision. But because Pittsburgh is getting better and Baltimore is winning and Buffalo continues to win, even if you might be able to knock them off kilter, but even if you do, you're still so far behind the eight ball. What is your benefit other than a lower draft pick?
Yeah.
The professional move is to rest the cat. Sadly it is, and I hate it.
Yep, them's the breaks, though. But, yeah, makes the game this weekend very interesting. By the way, it was the point spread yesterday was Bengals +7 at home.
Wow.
Now, with Jamar Chase being suspended, it's pushed up to Bengals +9 at home. I will be betting the Bengals this weekend.
Home game,
I certainly will be betting the Bengals, and it's probably going to hurt me, but 9 is a ridiculous amount at home. 9 is what I would have expected if they were playing like the best team in the league, which I don't think the Patriots are. So, yeah,
keep in mind they're doing this without Logan Wilson.
That's true.
They're carrying on without a backup linebacker.
I don't even know how they do it. I don't know how they do it, man. I mean, it is wild. All right, let's do. I got 2 tickets to the Black Label Society show, Boeing Center at the Tech Port. Zach Wild and co. Going to be playing down there, and that is on February 27th. Black Label Society with Zach Sabbath, Dark Chapel, live February 27th at the Boeing Center. Caller number 3, you'll win a pair of tickets to go see the Black Label Society down there. And if you don't win them, you can get them at livenation.com. We got 1 hour to go, friends. We'll play the status right on the other side. Morning Huddle 94.1.
This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, KTFM Floresville.
To the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Vegas. What a wild finish.
Your home for the NFL. It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up on The Blitz, reaction time. Cowboys, Raiders on Monday Night Football.
Everything that went on last night, we'll talk about it with Shireen Williams from Pro Football Talk. She joins at 5:15.
The Houston Texans survived the Tennessee Titans. How does Indy Kalu break that down? We'll visit with him at 3:30.
And the Wembley Spurs play tonight. We'll have a preview.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This report is sponsored by eBay. Swapping out your tires? There's nothing like it. With eBay, you find the feel you're looking for, from smooth highway rides to grip for rough terrain. Get all the tires you need at the prices you'll love. eBay. Things people love.
Guys, you've heard of TRT, but you have no idea what testosterone can do for you. Once you start treatment, you'll wish you had done it sooner. All the guys I know that go to Synergenics and Low T Center for TRT love it. The TRT test is free, not hundreds of dollars. The testo is pure, not compounded. Guys feel full of energy, not like they're still waiting for it to kick in. Get in now for your free TRT test. No appointment necessary before 10 a.m. or book ahead at fixmylowt.com.
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm, how can I help?
That guy pulled out in front of me out of nowhere. The police are on their way, but I'm really shaken up.
Don't worry. We're going to get you taken care of. You made the right call.
I'm Jeff Davis. If you've been hurt in a car, truck, or 18-wheeler wreck, call Davis Law Firm at 444-4444. We're ready to help day or night, and there's no fee unless we win.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
Hi, I'm Maria, salon owner. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. There's only one FDA-approved Ozempic, made by Novo Nordisk. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic. Semaglutide injection 0.5, 1, and 2 milligrams.
Kohl's has 20% off gifts that are so good, your family might think you read their minds. Check off your list now with cozy, thoughtful, and stylish gifts that will make them say, oh, how did you know? Yep, with these presents from Kohl's, you're gonna leave them feeling impressed and convinced that you're a psychic. Shop Kohl's for an extra 20% off gifts that are the perfect fit. Select styles, offer ends November 22nd. Some exclusions apply. See store or kohls.com for details.
Sound familiar? At Mattress Firm, we understand there are many problems that can keep you up at night, like snoring, aches and pains, or sleeping hot. Our sleep experts have the unrivaled know-how to match you with a mattress that can help. And now at Mattress Firm, save up to $700 plus get a free adjustable base with select Sealy mattresses. For the great sleep you deserve, visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
This Sports Center update brought to you by Twin Peaks.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. As you head into your commute, we're pretty much slowing down all over the place. 1604 northbound, Calabar to Houseman, almost a 20-minute commute. About 10-12 minutes, 1604 westbound, 35 over the Blanco Road. On 90 eastbound between FM 471 and Loop 410, that's still rolling slowly. Had an earlier accident in the area that did clear, so this is a slow residual delay. 35 southbound Schertz Parkway on down to 410 should take you about 10 minutes to get through. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
In an emotional win, the Dallas Cowboys beat the Las Vegas Raiders 33-16 behind Dak Prescott's 4 touchdown passes. New defensive tackle Quinnen Williams added a sack and a half in the win. Tough news for the San Antonio Spurs as they return to action tonight against the Grizzlies. Victor Wembanyama, after a MRI, was diagnosed with a calf strain. He'll be out for weeks, according to ESPN NBA insider Shams Charania. The Grizzlies will be without Ja Morant, who is also dealing with a, quote, calf strain. If you're looking for something to do this morning, the UTSA Roadrunners hit the court to take on Southwestern Christian at the Convocation Center. The tip will be 11 o'clock a.m. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Ah, yes, 9:02 on the Morning Huddle. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Good morning. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. It's a Tuesday. Small hump day, we call it. No, we don't.
Is that what we do?
No. I was just trying. It sounded like it made me feel better, I guess, a little bit. Tomorrow's real hump day. It's going to be that's when the fun starts.
It truly begins.
I don't know how much college hoop you've seen so far?
My fair share. Not all of it. I watched a little bit of Florida last night again.
Okay. I think we may need to have a conversation about the young fella from the University of Houston.
Boy, the national publicity has come fast and furious for those two rookies, freshmen.
You kind of put me on to the fact that he was from San Antonio.
Kingston.
I had no idea because you were like, Kingston Flemings is who we're talking about. And I was like, yeah, I mean, you could make an argument. He's their best player. And
that's
you were like,
over a McDonald's All-American.
And you were like, yeah, he's from San Antonio. I was like, what? Yeah, him and that Chris Senack is the other kid. And Chris Senak's probably going to be a top 5-10 pick in the draft.
He Kelvin Sampson's highest recruit to Houston.
Yeah,
to give an idea of what he's done.
He is 6'11". He is a absolute baller, and he is everything that you would hope. And so far, I mean, he doesn't shoot a lot, but when I've seen him shoot, it looks good.
Yeah.
He's going to be a real problem at the next level. But how cool is it that a kid from right here in San Antonio is running point for maybe the best team in the country?
They have him listed at 6'4", 190. When I last saw Kingston Flemings was back at the All-Star.
So what school?
He went to Brennan. I get the Brennan. Yeah, went to Brennan. Sorry, my bad. He went to Brennan. He grew up with his best friend was a coach's kid. These kids grew up together and had a nice little run over the last couple of years. But Kingston himself physically has matured ridiculously fast from the last time I saw him. He's defined. His shoulders are wider. Now, he still looks like a baby out there, but he is what's the old saying, quick as a hiccup? He's remarkably gifted with his quickness, but I just didn't think he would have the physical stature to kind of compete, especially in a Houston environment. Kelvin Sampson takes no prisoners in practice. He is a tough. This team will be, by the time they get into conference play, they're going to be roughnecks. You're going to be able to light matches on the back of their neck. They're rough. So I didn't think he physically would be ready. The national press has found him. The real test here, AJ, can Kelvin Sampson coach talent? We know what he can do with a 3A dude that will eat nails for you. But can he take a 5A all-star super top 10 draft pick and mold those guys into champions? We know what he's been able to do over these many stops with average to good talent. But greatness, he's never had to do this, never had the benefit of this before.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
And it is a different skill.
I think he's going to be great at it. I think you got to just get the right guys.
I generally think if you give a good coach, a guy who can do a lot with a little, you give him good players. And this is why I don't think Kelvin Sampson will change what he is. You saw what happened to Shaka Smart when he started to get the players that Texas wanted him to get. He had to change his philosophy, and he struggled.
Mm-hmm. Sampson's too old. This is not going to be an issue.
He's not going to change.
They feel very much like Mark Few and those Gonzaga teams that everybody knew was good. They just didn't get the seasoning that they were required to win a title. Well, guess what? Houston's going to get that seasoning just by the conference they're in. So I think that Houston right now, with the advent of Kingston, if you're not betting them to be a Final Four team or a championship team, you're missing, because we know what Sampson does with teams. What you're seeing now is just the beginning. Wait till they get rough. Wait till they start to get the Sampson mentality, with those Tuesday nights in Waco where it's a blood and guts battle. This team is going to be rough and able to score, and they've never been both.
Yeah. And this is this is the third player in San Antonio's history to, like, it was the Mr. Basketball in Texas. Yeah. The other two, Shaquille O'Neal and this fella, I'll be honest, I've never heard of this guy before. But in 1995, Stan Bonowitz.
Yeah, he's a legend from East Central. He went on to play at Tech under Pat and Bobby Knight. Left-handed point guard legend here in San Antonio. Those East Central teams would bust the clock routinely. Great legendary name.
But yeah, the third player out of the San Antonio area to be Mr. Basketball, and looks like you got a real one here playing it at the University of Houston.
It's been since the last time San Antonio put out a guard of this quality. Artie Griffin, maybe, that went to Alabama back in the late 90s. I mean, it's been a long time since we've had this kind of. Now, certainly Poole and those guys. But I'm talking about a point guard, a bucket-getting point guard. We haven't had this in our city in a long time.
Yeah, this is it's an exciting time, man.
Easy to be a fan of the Cougars.
It really is. I wanted them to win it last year so badly.
Mm-hmm.
I hope they can do it. I hope they can get back there.
Well, one thing is you're going to have to beat them. They ain't going to lose the game. You're going to have to flat out beat them. Now, they might be awkward and clunky and not always get the offense they want, but you're going to have to take the game from them because they're not going to give it to you.
Yeah. But again, this is a team. I think if you had told me that Kelvin Sampson was just going to hand the keys over to a freshman point guard, and I wouldn't have seen it coming. But the two best players on his team right now are arguably babies, and they look like they are the real deal. So pretty cool to see, man. I haven't got to see a super lot. I see a lot more college basketball after football season ends, but what I've seen of them, they are the real deal for sure. And there's some good hoop on tonight.
If you get a chance, one more thing about Kingston. When you see him, he looks like he's about 12.
He does look very young.
He does look young, but he's an assassin.
Does look very young. Yeah, there's some good games tonight. Michigan State and Kentucky.
Michigan State unexpectedly better. They've got a good roster.
That's and these are the games at Madison Square Garden.
Oh,
Michigan
what
State.
Is this?
It's the State Farm Champions Classic.
Made my night.
Yeah, Michigan State Kentucky is the early game, and at 8:00, Kansas and Duke.
Oh, yes.
So you got some good hoop tonight. Elsewhere in top 25, Navy and North Carolina. North Carolina in action again. Arkansas is in action. They get Winthrop, and UCLA gets a game tonight as well. But the ball last night, we talked about some of these numbers were too big. Stonehill against Iowa State.
Yeah,
it was a
they covered.
No. It was that number was like 39. Yeah. Remember, it was 96-57. So. Hang in there, baby. Hang in there.
They got 50.
Rice covers against Tennessee, and SIU Edwardsville covered against Wisconsin. The only one that did not let off the gas, the Gonzaga Bulldogs, 122, Southern Utah, 50. It's a 72-point win. That covers about every number.
You know how hard it is for a Gonzaga team to score 122 points? There was no defense being offered. None. They might have been 5-on-3 by the end of the game.
122-50. That's assault, brother.
Yeah, well, you can say you got to play against the Gonzaga team when you talk to your kids.
Yeah. Well, we were on the floor with them.
Well, I mean, you participated.
Technically, we were there. Just was not yeah. So Kentucky, at least by KenPom standards, Kentucky is the fourth best team in the country.
Really?
Michigan State, like you said, kind of unexpectedly good. KenPom has them 32. Still some work to do there, but I've been impressed. I saw Michigan State. Who did I see Michigan State play? It was like the first game of the season, maybe. And they looked better than I thought they were going to be too.
Well, Jeremy Fears might be the best athlete in the Big Ten.
Okay.
Just for skill set. He's not the best player, but you're talking about bounce and ability to get up and do stuff.
Which
Fears
usually
is a beast.
Which historically isn't really the Michigan State MO.
No, that's why
they're like junkyard dog type fellas.
They still are, but this guy Fears can really get up and go.
But yeah, so there's the that's what we got for college hoops. Let's do the stat is right.
So we do this every day.
Not every day.
Well, when the Cowboys have a home game coming. But this time it's going to be different because we're asking you to keep a stat for somebody else. So let's play this game. It is now time for the next edition of The Stat is Right. He's in the green room putting on his fancy suit, glue-on mustache, an appropriate hat. His name, and say it with a smile, it's A.J. Barker!
Thank you. Good to be here for day 2 of The Stat is Right. This week, we didn't know. I mean, I guess there were no major injuries for the Cowboys. What it looks like.
Fingers crossed, so far so good.
Well done. So we said we'll go, and now, boy, it suddenly gets a lot more interesting because the Cowboys just put the clamps on Ashton Jeanty.
There's a new variable.
The newfound defense. Unstoppable force. The immovable object that is the Cowboys defense.
And Logan Wilson.
Oh, man. And here we go. Against the Philadelphia Eagles, the hated Philadelphia Eagles. How many rushing yards?
What's his name again?
Saquon Barkley. I almost named my son Saquon. My wife vetoed it.
Oh, you can shoot for another one.
Well, I'm snipped,
You're gonna-
but I guess I could
Maybe
try.
a pet. Maybe a dog.
Try real hard. Saquon Barkley, how many rushing yards will he have against the Dallas Cowboys? Now, I'm going to go out on a limb. Barring injury, I think he'll have more than 7 yards.
I think that's a safe assumption.
I think he'll have more than 7. And I think he will have less than 200. So I'm going to say somewhere in that 8 to 199 range is the sweet spot. That's where I'd hunt. I'm not trying to tell anybody how to play, but caller number 5, you are the next contestant on the Stat is Right. You get to guess how many rushing yards will Saquon Barkley have against the Cowboys on Sunday, and if you are the closest this week, you'll win a pair of tickets to go see the Cowboys and the Kansas City Chiefs on Thanksgiving Day.
I might adjust a little down. I might alter my perception after what I saw last night. I don't know.
You're buying it, huh?
I might, that interior line might slow the run game down just a little bit more than I thought they were going to do.
Okay.
I don't know. If you're calling in, I'm just saying.
You're buying into it.
Maybe a few less than what got on yesterday.
Rob thinks it's the real deal.
Maybe, I don't know.
We shall see.
Although I am a Saquon owner in fantasy, and I would prefer that he got the over on this.
Oh, what if he only has like 8 yards, but he has 3 touchdowns? Like he's Mike Allstott.
So he becomes the tush-push recipient, and the Cowboys lose.
Well, but would you be okay with that?
Yeah, I would.
As long as the Mambo King is going to victory.
As long as there's money in it for me, what do I care about anybody else?
That's all you're asking for. That's all you're hoping for. All right, we got 2 segments left. Coming up next, we'll see what's going on in the world outside of sports. It is the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
How you feeling this morning? Nothing painful keeping you out of your daily duties? If there are, we'll carry on. But like most of us, you probably got something keeping you out of your life. Maybe it's a frozen shoulder, a bad hip. Maybe you pulled a muscle over the weekend doing your athletics. Or maybe it's just something that has not let you go for years that you've just learned to live with. And it is too late in the game just to sit in pain. Let me tell you, it is 2026, and there's a fix out there, and it's close. It's called Arosty. Arosty is a method. It is a way to fix the pain that you're dealing with. It is a certification achieved by medical professionals. That you don't just stand there and get an Arosty certification. You have to already be a physical therapist, a doctor, a chiropractor, and then you attain this. It's like master's level pain care. Arosty providers are all around San Antonio, and they are unique in that you do not need a referral to go see an Arosty provider, even though they accept most insurances. So you can make this call right now, knowing you're going to get fixed fast. See, what Arosty does is you get a full evaluation. They find out what the problem is, and they fix the problem. And they do it in a rather unique way that has nothing to do with medications to hide or dull the pain, certainly not surgery to prolong it. I'm talking about your body fixing itself. So if it is a soft tissue injury, a sprain or a strain, maybe you got some lower back issues like I have had, they can fix it and fix it fast. Don't wait. Don't let pain keep you from doing things that you love. Call Arosty right now. They're going to see you fast and get you fixed fast. And when they do, come on by and thank me later.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Mostly road work to get in your way this midday. 35 upper level northbound between I-10 to McCullough. 2 right lanes are blocked. 410 northbound Rigsby to Houston Street. Roadway reduced to 1 lane. On I-10 eastbound, that off-ramp to southbound 35. We've got road work. The connector is partially blocked. And we're noticing some slowdowns along 1604 northbound Calabria up to Houseman and 1604 westbound 35 over to Blanco Road. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
1, 2, 3, Cowboys! South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Sunday afternoon at 3:25. The Cowboys take on the defending Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles at home. Pre-game at 2:30. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, the Davis Law Firm, Hornitos Tequila, Connecticut, and Jim Beam. You like that? How about them Cowboys? 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
This report is sponsored by Thomas J. Henry, injury attorneys available 24/7.
Car wreck? What happens next? Thomas J. Henry knows you deserve to get compensated for your injuries. Don't settle for less than you deserve. Visit thomasjhenrylaw.com. The name you know, the firm you trust. Principal Office, San Antonio.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/radio to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/radio. That's hims.com/radio. HIMS.com/RADIO.
By texting 24700, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from J. Crew Factory. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at jcrew.com.
At J.Crew Factory, we think shopping should be fun, really fun, as in scoring our exclusive collection of classic styles for the whole family at prices that can't be beat. And today, save even more. Just text GIFTING to 24700 to receive an extra $25 off your purchase of $75 or more at your nearest J.Crew Factory store. This holiday season, discover perfect presents for you and your crew. Shop cozy matching pajamas, toasty sweaters, amazing outerwear, festive accessories, and so much more. Get in the spirit at J.Crew Factory, where we have incredible deals every single day. Visit jcrewfactory.com to find your nearest San Antonio area store today. But first, get an extra $25 off your purchase of $75 or more when you text GIFTING to 24700. Text GIFTING to 24700 to get your $25 off coupon. That's GIFTING to 24700. See a store associate for details.
Hi there, I'm John O'Hurley. You know, our pets are beloved family members. But sadly, though, there are so many dogs that get euthanized every day due to the lack of funding. To give them a chance at adoption, I invite you to support Puppy Food Bank. Thanks to generous donors like you, all of the food sent to pet shelters from Puppy Food Bank never comes with a bill. So please go to puppyfoodbank.org and make a generous, caring $15 donation every month. Your donation will absolutely save pet lives.
Do you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt or personal loans? With credit card debt at all-time highs, Debt Relief Advocates is urgently notifying consumers of debt relief now being made available, designed to aid consumers with out-of-control credit card debt. Those who qualify and enroll for this relief program will only have to pay back a fraction of what they owe. This is not bankruptcy or a debt consolidation loan. This is a relief program that credit card companies would rather you not know about, as it ends your debt nightmare and saves you lots of money. Consumers owing at least $10,000 in credit card debt or personal loans can now take advantage of this debt relief as the cost of living skyrockets. Debt Relief Advocates has established a relief hotline for you to call to learn what debt reduction you may qualify for, so don't wait. For this free information, call the Relief Hotline at 800-606-8737. 800-606-8737. 800-606-8737.
George gets justice. After an accident, a lot of people think they can't afford a lawyer. They're already stressed, hurting, or maybe out of work, and the last thing they need is a big retainer fee to get help. But here's the truth. At George Salinas Injury Lawyers, you only pay if they win. Real help is within reach. Right now, call 210-225-0909 or visit getgeorge.com. George gets justice. Getgeorge.com. Principal Office, San Antonio.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
You were telling me Stephen A. got yanked off NBA?
I saw one of the trades popping around yesterday, that the NBA pregame show and all that. Stephen A.'s off. He's not on it anymore.
Listen, man, I'm not trying to be a hater because Stephen A. Dude works hard. He's got his fingers in a little bit of everything around that place. The NBA is the only thing like he really knows what he's talking about with. Everything else you can tell he's just making stuff up.
It is bombastic talk.
And if they're taking him off the NBA, that's not a good sign, I would say.
Well, I think there's a couple things in play here, and this is kind of behind the scenes, but there is truly a power play struggle with Pat McAfee on one side, who's not really an ESPN employee, has the ability to kind of snipe from within because the checks don't come from ESPN. It comes from Pat McAfee Incorporated. He's
right.
He's a contract employee, and he's had significant sway inside that network. And when you see that Stephen A. and Countdown is no longer a thing, there's more stuff going on behind the scenes. These are some big old contracts and some big old egos in play.
Well, Stephen A. Smith he's financially secure there for a while.
Right.
It ain't like he's going anywhere, but
big money and big egos, man.
It is. I think it is noteworthy if they really did take him off NBA stuff. Like
1 hour ago,
what's he there for?
Stephen A. Smith is not included in ESPN's New Look NBA Countdown, debuting November the 19th.
Wow.
According to New York Post, Jenna
does it say who's on it instead?
If I can get through this freaking paywall, let's see. It includes this third-year host Malika Andrews alongside senior ESPN writer Brian Windhorst, NBA champion head coach Michael Malone, and let me get through the pop-ups. And Kendrick Perkins stays with Analyst. And additionally, Shams Charania will continue to make his regular appearances on the show, but no more Stephen A.
Wow. I am not a big fan of Kendrick Perkins. And then if you disagree with him, he acts like he's gonna fight you. Like, stop it, Kendrick. Like, I get it. You're a tough guy.
Go watch your kid play.
Yeah, I get it. You're a tough guy. That's cool.
He was a beast, man.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
On the basketball court and the football field. But he survived the cut. There's somebody up there likes him.
Well, clearly. A man in Indiana was hoping to use the stand your ground law. Now, you tell me if this sounds like stand your ground. Shot an unarmed woman in the head from the top of the staircase through a locked front door. I think you're going to have a hard time with the stand your ground defense.
The Castle Doctrine does not. You have a duty to flee.
There was a cleaning lady who showed up at the wrong address.
Tragic.
And rather than just say opening the door and saying, yeah, you're in the wrong place. No, he just shot through the door.
Shot through the door, an unarmed maid.
Yes.
And you're trying to say Castle Doctrine.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Pretty wild. So the guy, obviously, it's she was a mom of 4. It's a terrible, terrible story. But he fired one shot through his locked front door from the top of his stair. He said that he heard noises at the front door. He believed someone was trying to break in. He heard what appeared to be keys, tools, or instrument being used on the front door, and could see 2 people outside. Retrieved his Glock 48, loaded it, and fired the shot 10 to 15 seconds after retrieving the weapon, telling investigators the people outside were thrusting at the door and becoming more and more aggressive. He admitted he never announced himself before firing.
You get to spend the end of your life in jail.
That is my guess as well. He was a psychiatric registered nurse, worked for the Navy for more than 20 years, said it was the only time he'd shot a gun before was during his Navy service. But they said it does not fall within the legal protection provided by the Stand Your Ground law. So he's headed that way. His initial hearing date, November 21st. The charge, voluntary manslaughter.
Voluntary on this. You pulled the trigger.
So what's voluntary manslaughter is equivalent to, it's essentially murder, right?
It's murder light.
Yeah.
I mean,
but not real life.
You can get probation on voluntary manslaughter.
What?
Yeah, you can. There's an out there.
Wow.
Because it's not murder. You willfully made an accident, is what you're essentially saying.
I don't understand
you
how
willfully accidentally.
I just don't. I guess I don't understand.
The defense will be utter fear that this man that there was probably a crime-ridden neighborhood. He had probably experienced crime in the past. He's old. He's frail. He sees somebody banging on the door. He doesn't know. He pulls the trigger. That would be my defense.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And you plead fear.
O.J. Simpson. He's dead.
So I've heard.
But his estate, and do we have any T-shirts with OJ on them, or do we do that? No. O.J. Simpson's estate has agreed to pay the family of Ron Goldman $58 million.
Wow.
The Goldmans originally asked for $117 million. It's unclear how much of the estate will be able to raise by selling off assets, but
so they're going to capitulate. They're going to sell off.
They only received a fraction of the $33 million judgment they were awarded in the civil trial, and the Goldman family says the executor's acceptance of the claim is a positive acknowledgement of the debt. However, it does not constitute payment. This acceptance simply allows the administration of the claim to move forward in probate. We will continue to monitor the probate as it progresses.
Well, this has been 40 years, man. This is found money.
Yeah, but this was the claim was filed in 2021, where they were like, "Hey, man, you're out now. You're making some money. Like, why don't you hand us over what you owe us?"
Well, the executor, I don't know who it is, of the Simpson estate is, by doing this, is admitting.
I think so, yeah.
We're going to pay you.
Did you ever read that book, the O.J. Simpson book, If I Did It?
No.
I did.
Do you feel like you did it? If I was to leave a glove and go out the back way and I wouldn't bang on the wall.
I am not a lawyer. You know, I'm not a judge. It seems kind of guilty to me. I don't know.
He's kind of guilty-ish.
He's guilty adjacent. How about that?
I don't think there's a human alive that says, no, we didn't do it. Not one person. Even the executive of the state said, yeah, we'll pay you. you know he's dead. We can. Let's all admit.
Listen, man, now that he's gone, I think we can all have a reasonable discussion here and go, I think we're going to go ahead and give it to you.
It's one of those things when anybody who lived through it, when you're old and you're talking to your grandkids and go, let's talk about something weird that happened in your life. I got a story for you.
I got one.
I got a little story for you that I can back up with some video evidence. One of those things in my life I'll never forget. On my deathbed, you go, what's a significant event in your life? Well, there was that OJ thing. That took about 2 years worth of fun.
And I wish Vic was here to hear this story. A man won $1 million playing the lottery. $1 million. No, not on a scratcher. What do you do when you win $1 million playing the lottery?
Hookers and blow.
You play the lottery again and win $3 million. How about that?
I hate whoever this is.
Oh, my.
I was really envious and proud of them for a minute, and now I hate them.
Didn't Hollywood Henderson win the lottery twice?
I think he did. I think he did win the lottery twice.
I think Hollywood Henderson, won the lottery, blew it all, and then won the lottery again. It's crazy.
That's why you see kids blow that first one on hookers and blow. Then the next one, when you win, that's when you set yourself up. But have some fun before you do it.
Just live your best.
Save just enough for one more ticket.
That's it. You got to have. You buy Whataburger for the morning crew. You buy the breakfast on a bun, and then you go whatever you got left. You go buy more lottery tickets.
Wins a lottery twice.
Yeah. Vic could do it though. If anybody could, it'd be Vic. He is pretty good at playing the lotto. All right. Let's take our final break of the day. Before we do, I got to give away some Everclear tickets. Father of mine.
Is there a second Everclear song?
Yeah. We can live beside the ocean.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Is there a third?
I'm sure there is. I can't think of one off the top of my head. But yeah, they had a few hits.
Two's enough. Two's enough for a show.
No, they've got I don't even think the Father of Mine is considered one of their bigger hits.
What? Really?
No. Well, it's a hit, but it's not like they're
well, good.
I will buy you a new life.
I'm in.
Yeah,
got 3 songs.
Yeah, man, they're all over it.
I had no idea.
There you go. So, I will buy you a new life. Father of Mine, Santa Monica. They have a song called Wonderful.
I'd have to hear it.
See if you can play Wonderful.
They also have a song, One Hit Wonder. Irony there is thick.
I think that they did the AM radio song.
That's the other one I see there. So hey, A bigger band than I thought.
Yes,
I'm glad they're back
Everclear.
together and touring.
I might want to go watch Everclear.
That's
How
of your
about that?
generation for sure.
Yeah, this is the mid to late 90s. This is right in my wheelhouse.
When is it?
They are at the Aztec Theater on January 16th.
Oh, perfect.
Oh, yeah.
I know this song.
Everything is Wonderful Now. Now, all their songs do kind of sound the same.
Oh, yeah. That's why they kind of petered out. They have a greatest hits album.
Oh, yeah. They've got, I got to say, they've got a full catalog of music.
All right, I'm in.
All right.
I'm going to be with you.
Rob and I are going then.
We're in. So we can't give these away, though. So.
January
Oh, wait,
16th. Well, just tell them we want some other ones. Yeah. So, but our tickets will probably be right next to whoever wins.
So, you know.
January 16th at the Aztec. And if you don't win them and you can't steal them from your listeners like Rob and I will.
We're going to need a ride.
You can go to livenation.com.
So get the tickets so we can tell you where to pick us up.
I think you'll understand how you can smile with all those
good
tears
song.
in your eyes and say everything is wonderful now. You're supposed to do the na 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 na.
I don't know the words.
Na 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 na.
I don't get in the weeds. I know the song. I hum well.
Okay.
Maybe a whistle every now and again.
If you don't win them, you can buy them at livenation.com. Let's go with caller number 4. You're going to be at Everclear with us on January 16th at the Aztec Theater. All right, Daily Lines when we come back. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
If you missed the Blitz with Jason and Joe, then you missed this.
You got a slip of the tongue like that, Minix?
Not like that.
I've heard one from our good friend Maury Vasquez talking about Deion Sanders back in the day when Sanders played for the Dallas Cowboys and was on the air at Ken's 5 and said, well, Sanders not playing because he's got a he's got a bulging Richard in his back.
Not a disc.
Not a disc.
Right home with the Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This Sunday, San Antonio Sports Stars at Twin Peaks Days of Aloha location for Cowboys and Eagles. Come register to win epic Cowboys jerseys just for catching game days at Twin Peaks. Plus, I'll have your chance to register to win tickets to go see UTSA and Army November 29th in the Alamo Dome. So come hang out with us in the lovely lays of Twin Peaks this Sunday starting at noon. Grab a seat, register and win tickets to UTSA Army, and grab a frosty 29-degree cold beer just before the Cowboys kick off. That's this Sunday starting at noon at Twin Peaks Days of Aloha.
Injuries happen, and when they do, skip the ER and get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, and strains. Conveniently located in the Quarry area with extended hours Monday through Saturday with on-site x-ray casting and bracing, Ortho Now has everything you need to treat your injury, and best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. Learn more online at tsaog.com.
Out here, pets are always by your side, watching the herd, running fence lines, or asleep at your feet. Pets are some of our favorite customers. When you bring them along to Tractor Supply, we'll always have a treat waiting. And with our price match guarantee, you'll always get the best price on their favorite food, toys, treats they love, and pet meds to keep them healthy. Tractor Supply, for pets out here.
This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Grainger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers. All so that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm, how can I help?
Hola, mi esposo se lastimó en un accidente ayer. ¿Me puede ayudar?
Claro que sí. Estamos aquí para servirle.
I'm Jeff Davis. At Davis Law Firm, we're here for you 24/7. Our team of Texas attorneys has been helping people injured in car, truck, or 18-wheeler wrecks for more than 25 years. And there's no fee unless we win. Y hablamos español. If you've been hurt, call us at 444-4444.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
Hi, I'm Kylie.
I'm John.
And I'm Garrison. And a little thing we love about the 30-count Chick-fil-A nuggets
Is sharing it in the car during the holidays.
I do love that. We will pack the car with gifts, and of course, we go and pick up our family's favorite nuggets.
Every nugget is tasty times quadrillion.
And we get all the sides.
Yeah, the ooey gooey mac and cheese is a big hit.
Everyone from 1 to 116 would love Chick-fil-A's chicken nuggets.
Share the nuggets, share the joy. Order the 30-count Chick-fil-A nuggets on the Chick-fil-A app. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
Ready to order?
Yes. We're earning unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with a Capital One Saver card. So let's just get one of everything.
Everything?
Fire everything. The Capital One Saver card is at table 27, and they're earning unlimited 3% cash back.
Yes, Chef! This is so nice.
Had a feeling you'd want 3% cash back on dessert.
Ooh, tiramisu.
Earn unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver card. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now, there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. And you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Progressive knows sports brings people together, but you gotta feel bad for people who don't even get it. Some people will never know what it's like to see their favorite team's hopes decided by a ping pong ball to draft the next superstar. Or not. I mean, sure, it's silly for your happiness to hinge on the success of a 20-year-old entry-level employee, but you just can't help yourself. The stress is exhilarating. Progressive can't bring people together like the draft, but we can bring your home and auto insurance together with a bundle. So switch and see if you could save hundreds. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states or situations.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star and AARP Texas are sending Cowboy fans to Jerry World to see America's team play all season long. How do you get in on the action? Head to sasportstar.com now and register to win. sasportstar.com. Live it up with the boys in the Big D from AARP Texas and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
This is Joe Reinagle. You're listening to the home of the Aggies.
Is this in excess?
On a bad day.
Say that again.
Is this in excess?
NF.
Okay.
This is on one of their B-sides.
Okay.
They were ahead of their game. I mean, this is back from the mid-'80s.
Yeah, I think this is.
They really saw the future.
Pet Shop Boys, that's who this is.
Oh. You know, in hindsight, it sounds so bad, but during when it was going on, I liked the Pet Shop.
Of course you did. Oh, I think like everybody your age, like if you say something bad about like Depeche Mode, they're like, "Are you crazy?"
Great, and then
Depeche Mode was awesome. And I'm like, play an awesome Depeche Mode song, and then they're like, "Well, maybe awesome's not the right word for it, but there was something there."
Part of my life.
Yeah. Play
the best we had.
Play the most badass Depeche Mode song. I defy you.
We only had top 40 radio and MTV.
You only had what
That's
they
all
fed
we
you.
had.
You only had what the man fed you.
You had to go to Hog Wild to listen to anything else.
All right, let's wrap up the show the way we always do by taking a look at the daily lines.
It's the Morning Huddle's look at the daily lines
Yes.
with AJ and Rob on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You covered, yeah!
Let's start in the association. The Golden State Warriors. This is actually a pretty good game. Golden State at Orlando.
They're a tough bet right now.
Golden State?
Yeah, I don't know what to expect from them. Is the team that whooped us?
Golden State's laying 3.5 on the road in Orlando.
Orlando plays a little bit differently than San Antonio, but Steph's on a heater, and Draymond is playing the perfect Draymond right now.
I don't have a good feel for what they are. And they, 2-0 against the spread against the Spurs. But
let's not discount what Steve Kerr did. He's changed his starting lineup. He brought in that rookie and sat down Podziemski, and it changed him. It helped.
Well, and I think a lot of that came from when they were talking about, like, guys aren't doing the stuff to be champions. Kuminga, too.
Yeah.
Kuminga got benched.
Sat and watched.
Didn't get benched, but wasn't a starter. Boston is at the Nets. The Brooklyn Nets, 10.5-point home dogs to the Celtics. The Pistons, 1.5-point favorites on the road against Atlanta.
A couple things here. They get a player back. They get who's back healthy for the Pistons.
I know Cunningham's been out
too, and out with a bad hip.
Is he playing tonight?
It looks like he's.
If he's playing, then this feels like a short number.
I know that I saw his name on a variety of DFS boards. So his game time decision with the hip. I think it was game time last time. So the expectation is now there's a lot of game times on this. Amir, Porzingis and Trae Young is out, obviously.
Is Risache going to play?
After that, they're going to not let him dunk anymore, but he's not on the list.
I mean, that dude, it was like a pro wrestling fall.
That was almost silly, man.
And then like he was laying on the ground, just kind of like,
and everybody just kind of stood there watching him, like, "Are you hurt?"
For anybody who didn't see it, he like damn near dunked from just inside the free throw line. It was like he went a long way, and he dunked it, and his lower body, like, it was like a full pendulum swing, and he landed flat on his back, like his upper back, and he rolled around on the ground and didn't get up, and I was like, uh-oh.
It looked pretty bad initially. Then he kind of moved, so the game went on. Everybody kind of stood there, waited. Then they realized, dude, this really hurt him, and it knocked him out of the game, but not out of the next one, evidently.
It just does like so.
When I'm flying that high, I learned early on, don't hold on to the rim so long. It's a tough lesson to learn.
Or hold on real tight.
You got to learn to hold tight or just let it go. But, when you sky like that, those are hard lessons.
Yeah, Okongwu, Porzingis, and Risache all questionable. Cunningham, Asar, Harris questionable for the Pistons. Ivy out for the Pistons. But
when is Jaden Ivey ever in?
That's a good question. I can't. I mean, if Risache plays, that's big balls, man. Big balls to get back out there. But I think I like the Pistons tonight, laying 1.5. Memphis Grizzlies are here in San Antonio. Boy, how do you bet the Spurs right now? Like, what do you?
This is the good thing. The last time when they played without Wemby, we got 38 assists. If we get 30 assists and under 15 turnovers, you go 2-1. Take the Spurs.
But no Castle.
No Castle. No Wemby.
No Wemby. No Harper. Right. So it's the De'Aaron Fox show. Is the De'Aaron Fox show good enough to lay 6 points against the Memphis Grizzlies?
I think so.
Okay.
I think so.
The Grizzlies always have their health issues as
no
well.
Job. Although Zach Edey is back healthy, so they got to have a big old boy down low. Jaren Jackson should have a pretty decent night, though. I think the Spurs have too much firepower.
Okay.
Which is an odd thing to say.
I kind of... For me, I think I like betting on the Spurs when they're underdogs.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Although it's funny, I don't know why I think that, because all of their wins are coming when they're big favorites against bad teams.
You say the De'Aaron Fox show, and it will be. He's the bell cow now, but let's not discount the value of having a Harrison Barnes, a guy that's just going to punch the clock, come to work, and get you 18-8 no matter what you do. He's going to go out and do it.
I know he's not going to be around for the long haul. But, like, my son was like, what jersey should I get? He wants to get a Spurs jersey. I said, well, you're getting a Harrison Barnes jersey is a bad investment. But that's the kind of player that I should. He's underrepresented at the games.
Well,
I'll tell you that.
He certainly is. And if the Spurs get
I'd
to
at least
place,
buy a jersey, like the T-shirt jersey.
Just
How about that?
Iron it on while you're there. I will say this, and this is not puffery. If the Spurs want to get to where they think they can go, it'll be because Harrison Barnes has done exactly what they thought he would do.
Yeah. He is a baller, and he is doing exactly like you said what they brought him here to do, be a leader. Lakers host the Jazz.
I like
maybe
Lauri
LeBron.
LeBron
Back
LeBron
tonight?
might be playing now. He said he has his win capacity is like a little baby. I don't know what that means, but he's trying to. He had his first workout yesterday. I think he might play tonight. I'm not sure he's ready.
Did you see his name got knocked around in the gambling thing yesterday? They're asking the Lakers training staff for cell phones. But what it boils down to, and now LeBron's in no danger of being implicated here, but everybody knows Damon Jones and LeBron have a relationship, and apparently, Damon Jones is already in the fire. But the trainers for the Lakers may have been giving him information unbeknownst to LeBron, or at least they'll say it was unbeknownst to LeBron, certainly. And so the Lakers organization might be in some hot water, too.
Let me tell you, that fire's getting a little hot in a place that does not need to be warm.
And you know Adam Silver does not want LeBron James' name mentioned with this
they're
stuff.
They're calling Major League Baseball. Let's get that Shohei playbook.
Yeah.
Let's see how exactly we can put this on somebody else.
Whose head has to roll? The Lakers 12.5-point favorites tonight against the Jazz.
I've got Markkanen at 25.5. I like them more than. I like.
Okay, you like higher on that?
You should hit on that.
And then Blazers host the Phoenix Suns. The Blazers 2.5-point favorites at home. Feels kind of short to me. I like the Blazers tonight.
They've been very consistent.
They have been solid, man. It is Tuesday. You know what that means? Maction, baby. There is Mac football tonight.
Cherish it while you get it.
This is bad football, friends. Western Michigan's at Northern Illinois. Western Michigan laying 6 points on the road. Western Michigan scores about 6 points a game. Like, they are one of those teams that grind it. It's going to be a gross watch, but Northern Illinois is horrific. UMass, the worst team in the country, plays tonight. They're at Ohio. Ohio minus 33.5.
Dude,
UMass is so.
I saw highlights of the UMass game, and you made me even go to it, and I found a highlight. So they kick a field goal. Did you see the celebration that ensued with the made field goal? Fireworks, celebration. I think they shot their wad. I think they're done. I think they're not going to. I'd take the points. They're not going to get it.
I mean, this is the worst team in the country by margin. They are so bad. They have 2 games this year that they've not lost by double digits, and one of them was to an FCS school. They only lost to the FCS school by 1 point, and then they lost to Buffalo by 7, which, by the way, Buffalo is dreadful. But remember last week when they played Northern Illinois, and it was a home game against Northern Illinois, and I said Northern Illinois is in my bottom 5 teams power rankings. They were one of the 5 worst teams in the country, and they beat UMass 45-3.
The 3 was worth it, though, man.
And now they've got to go on the road and play Ohio, who is one of a good MAC team is very it's a relative statement. One of the better teams in the MAC, though, in Ohio. I think Ohio probably wins by 40 points tonight is my guess.
I wonder if it's their homecoming night.
And then Bowling Green is a 3-point favorite against Akron, and everybody's going to be wanting to watch that game.
Much better basketball game.
Oh, yes. College hoops tonight. We got some good ones, man. Michigan State and Kentucky. Kentucky is a 4 to 4.5 point favorite. I like Kentucky. We said some good things about Michigan State earlier. They are better than I think a lot of people thought they were. They were turning the ball over a lot against Arkansas and giving them a lot in transition, which is normally like an Izzo staple, is we don't give up anything in transition. If you turn the ball over against Kentucky, they're going to beat you by 1 million. I think they beat them by 1 million tonight. I'd say 1 million. I think Kentucky wins by double digits tonight. The other game in that building in Madison Square Garden tonight is Kansas and Duke. Now, Kansas did beat Duke on a neutral last year. They in this spot, they beat them. Easy pick and roll all day long, and Duke couldn't figure anything out against it. It was like it was rinse and repeat. Problem is here for Kansas, I don't think they have an answer defensively for Boozer.
No, they don't have the size.
But they're Duke, by the way, Duke an 11.5 point favorite. So that's a big number against Kansas.
But there's a guy named Darren Collison.
Peterson.
The other newer Kansas guy, Darren Peterson, who could be the number 1 pick overall.
He probably will be. He looks. I think the current mocks have him above DeBansa.
We knew he was good. We didn't know he was good. This guy called him the best most prepared freshman he's ever had.
Wow,
that's high praise.
That is high praise. A couple other noteworthy games: Wichita State's at Boise. Wichita State is they are an offensive juggernaut right now. I don't know how long it lasts, but against Boise, I think they can keep it rolling. So I like Wichita tonight, plus 9.5. I like Stephen F. Austin at Fresno. I think Stephen.
Really?
Stephen F. Austin is better than people think, and I don't think Fresno is very good at all, even though they're going to be in the Conference of Champions.
On their way,
as you like to call it. So there's some good.
State's 3-0. That's going to be a good game.
Some good hoop tonight. Good hoop tonight on the collegiate level. And in the National Hockey League, the New Jersey Devils. Vicky Valancourt is the Devil. They are at the Tampa Bay Lightning. Lightning are minus 170. Seattle Kraken are at the Detroit Red Wings. Red Wings minus 175. St. Louis Blues at the Toronto Maple Leafs. Maple Leafs minus 125. The Dallas Stars hosting the New York Islanders. Dallas Stars minus 170 favorites. Blue Jackets of Columbus are in Winnipeg taking on the Jets. Jets minus 195. The Chicago Blackhawks and the Calgary Flames in Chicago are a straight-up pick-em, baby. The New York Rangers.
Did you hear their announcer drop the F-bomb yesterday?
The New York Rangers did?
Yeah.
No. Oh, that's
Hot
great.
mic.
That's great. They're in Vegas tonight taking on the Golden Knights. Go Knights, go. VGK minus 135. The Utah Mammoth minus 145 at the San Jose Sharks. Wraps up the schedule for tonight. I'm not going to be able to stay up for the Knights game tonight. I stayed up too late last night. There's no way I can do it back-to-back nights.
How are they doing? Is it worth the effort?
They lost like 4 games in a row. They finally got off the schneid, but I'm not feeling good about things, Rob. As you know, I'm sports fan.
Giving up.
Sports fandom beats me down. You have a losing streak, I give up on the season. It's over for me. So sports in my life is just no fun anymore. The fight is official between Jake Paul and Anthony Joshua, December 19th.
So what's wrong with Joshua? What's wrong with him that he would be a choice for Jake Paul?
First of all, I don't think there's anything wrong with him. I think Jake Paul is looking for a money fight. Anthony Joshua is glad to take some money.
But I think Joshua's actually got some power. At least he did 10 years ago.
Anthony Joshua is a minus 1,200 favorite.
Okay.
I think this is Jake Paul saying, I'm not just fighting cans. I'm here to fight. And that way it opens him up for, he's never going to go undefeated. He's already lost one.
Right.
So this is a good chance for him to say, I lost one of the best guys in the world. Big deal.
I want this to happen. I want to see him fight for real. And a lot of me wants to get his ass kicked, but I'd like to at least see a real fight. So
if you think Jake Paul wins, if you think that they're not worried about fixing fights, plus 650 you get back on
okay,
Jake Paul.
So this is pegged the way it should be.
We will be at Blue Bonnet Bunk and Biscuit tomorrow up in Selma, a rare road show for the Morning Huddle. So if you want to meet Rob and touch his hair, you can do it. Oh yes. Come see us from 6 to 10. The Blitz will be out there too. Blitz coming up at 2. Have a good day, everybody.
The Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. KTFM Floresville.